Cool. Last session, which was a few weeks ago, we started the session in Shield Station. Later in the evening, we were under rest again, waiting for the investigation and trial the next morning. We started that session right before we took the long rest and were taking watches. Cassandra tried to pray to the Raven Queen, but didn't get a response that time. We heard the sound of someone walking around in the yard. Let's see, Tarvik was awake for his watch. He noticed a guard shift and say something like, "Oh, I don't want to," before he came and walked around and looked into each cell, doing his rounds. As he walked by Zeke, he gagged. Then he went and got a wooden stick, or he pulled out a wooden stick and poked Zeke a little bit and make him get up and go hose down. Zeke didn't want to go. He was cold. Ruby. They took him to the back. They took him to the walled-in backyard behind the cells. Tarvik heard the sound of the water spigot turning off and then splashing, and then Zeke complaining and demanding an extra towel. Then there was a few beats of silence before eventually shuffling feet, and Zeke goes, "Ow," as if pain, and there's a guard snickering. He was shivering, and his face was covered, and went back into the cell. Tarvik talked to the guard, Gable, and was intimidated him a little bit. In hindsight, Roland feels bad, but Roland cast Prestidigitation for an hour straight to just cool down Zeke's cell, make him more cold. Rieta spoke to Pick. She asked Pick his thoughts on what if the Necromancers are right. Would it be best if no one had free choice? We have given this. Have we given this thought? Have we given this the thought it deserves? Maybe better off if all these people weren't thinking for themselves. And Pick agreed. Definitely would be better if Rieta was thinking for them. I also wrote down the cheese cat question mark as like part of like this string of questions. I don't remember what that was about. It might be a typo. I hope it is. I don't know.
I don't recall anything about a cheese
I-
cat.
Yeah,
I think
same.
I have nothing in my
think-
notes about any cat made of cheese.
I think Chetra is someone who sounds like Chester, and so I've called him the Cheese Cat.
Cheeto.
Cheddar, yeah. He's Cheddar Cat, Cheese Cat. That's
Okay. That's hilarious. The guard made another round. We got our long rest. And eventually, though, there was stirring at the front of the prison, and the guards came towards us. As they were approaching, Roland cast Mage Hand to wake up the others, and the general was very unhappy. He does not like funny business, apparently, meaning magic. Though maybe specifically in the context of casting magic in a prison cell, so... Tarvik continued to harass Gable a little bit. We left. We go to the central houses and the wealthy district where all the people in those houses live, crossing the bridge and go over to the Judicious Hall. The building was astonishing, grand and beautiful, multi-levels, very ornate chairs, raised high, with a center raised area in the center, and scattered people. Some of the people were wearing dark brown cloaks with hoods up that were throughout the room. The Duke and Master Fortwith were in the audience. The three chairs in front of the dais, the center area, they were sitting were two unfamiliar faces, and in the center chair was Light Ortega, who had met the previous evening at the dinner. And we also saw Queen Fortworth give Light Ortega a scroll, and then she went to her seat in the balcony with her guard in front of her. They had a stand in line, Seagarden, then Zeke, then Cassandra, then Rieta, then Roland, then Tarvik. Let's see. The General and Sir Timaeus joined the Duke and Master Fortworth. And Cassandra noticed Zeke shifting nervously, taking in the room with awe. Light says, "Now we commence the truth trial. Second and third of the house also proceeding. The public are barred. And we are accused of an assassination attempt against the king. Colonel Seagarden, please not... and then sort of truth is cast. Seagarden, please not guilty." Zeke had a very different voice, nervous and high-pitched, it was revealed that he was not Zeke. He said he wasn't supposed to say anything. I thought I was just supposed to go to jail. I didn't know it was this serious. They asked his name, and he said his name was Joth. They said that if I kept quiet, I could go to jail for a month and I would get money. I was paid 10 gold up front and was told I would be given another 10 gold after. I was supposed to stay silent. He said that Judith and her 4 venturing friends needed to be set free, so Zeke needed to look guilty, and it needed to look like Zeke was guilty. The attendants calmed his emotions, and his demeanor changed quite a bit. He confirmed his name was Josh Roden. The judges said the guilty plea will not move forward with, and we're going to question him with sentencing to commence later. Let's see. Rieta did not want to participate, but Cassandra convinced Rieta to join the circle, and Light gave Rieta a chance to change her plea, which she did to not guilty. Rieta tried to question Seagarden on some of her lies. Tarvik questioned Joth on the switch last night, and the guard on watch and Gable, and the saying that the guard should have seen what was happening. Joth said some guy walked up to me on the street, asked if I wanted a job. Last night when they were doing this switch, Zeke was in a hurry to get away from the guy that accompanied him. Apparently this guy went to the courtyard with them to oversee the switch, and Zeke and him were talking. He said the guy had a similar build to Zeke in hair color, and he looks like Zeke's disguise, and they gave him a ring and told him that if he concentrated really hard, he would look like him. Tarvik took 10 minutes to start casting Scrying on Zeke. Cassandra questioned everyone if they would have any benefit from killing the king under Zone of Truth. At some point she tells the queen, "So sorry for your loss, but the king isn't dead." And the queen shifted in her seat weirdly about that. I couldn't tell if it was just the awkwardness or if there was something more to there, but maybe I don't know. Light says that the king is taking a rest and that the queen is here in his stead. General Dennis stands up and asks about a report from last night where a number of soldiers were out, where a soldier of mine was seen last night that he knew for a sec was not out last night because he was talking to me, and that if any of us knew about that. Seagarden started to speak, but Tarvik asked for a pause and to answer after he finished casting his spell. The scrying completes, and Zeke is laying on the ground and has shackles on his wrists in a familiar room. Tarvik once scryed on this room before with Cassandra and Parabor. It is the room where we believe the dead are revived into the bloomer creatures. And it very much feels like an underground space. Zeke is limp and not moving, and in the background there are moaning sounds and a thud. They ask for closing statements and pleas under Zone of Truth. There's a verdict and sentencing. Joth will be tried at a later date for his actions. Seagarden is found not guilty. However, she will be restricted and tested to ensure her loyalty. For us, we were deemed not guilty, but were to have monitoring restrictions applied. We are not to leave Duros except on a mission given to us by the king. We are prohibited from engaging in criminal activity. Gonna see how that goes. And they read out a scroll from earlier. We are tasked with a mission to reestablish food imports. Duke Underdelver and Master Fortwith seemed on board and unhappy. Seemed bored. They seemed bored about the whole proceedings and unhappy about us getting this mission. They said it was probably Marjorie that gave it, the dim-headed woman, but General Dinoth said under his breath, "smart woman," as a compliment to her. Looks like General Dinoth is loyal to the Queen, where the Duke and Master Fortwith are less so. Monitoring procedures and restrictions that are put into place to ensure our allegiance and actions. We'll be assigned a parole officer to observe our case. We are not to leave Duros except for under this special mission, and we must submit a residence location inside Duros where we can be found. Periodic check-ins will occur. We are prohibited from engaging in criminal activity. Outside of any approved extensions, you are to report to your parole officer every 10 day at noon. Today making the start to be questioned about your activities. Failure to report will be an immediate bounty for our arrest. Extension requests must be requested in writing, submitted to our parole officer for review and approval in advance. In addition to these mandates, a task that warrants special permissions that they spoke hereby approve, superseding the parole officer review, to travel outside Duras for time.
I'm guessing Discord's having issues.
Pretty much, I think the sum was we weren't allowed to do criminal activity, and we had to check in with this parole officer, except when we're going out on our mission from the king, and that we had a scroll that was stamped with the king's seal that said, "To attest your loyalty to the crown and kingdom of Skylark, you are hereby tasked with an external restoration mission to be completed within a month's time, the re-establish of food imports." We were given the and we are free, and we were given that mission from the king. I feel like I stopped taking good notes because I wrote down Pond Mother, and Gripply Village is north towards Bornolder, but a bit out of the way, and it's very cold, and it goes towards the spine of the world, not dissimilar from the Marian Vale, and I guess that's where our mission is. But we discuss our plans. And note that they sell lollipops shaped like unicorn horns in the market, and end our session there.
That is correct. You guys just left the Justice's Hall. Anybody else have additions to that wonderful recap?
Sure.
Oh,
My divine sense didn't detect anything bad in the courtroom. No necromancy. Well, I guess no undead directly.
Yeah.
What would have picked up? Just undead?
Yeah, undead, celestial, and fiend, I believe. I'll pull it back up.
And Faye, I think, right?
Oh, okay.
I think also Faye.
Just celestial, fiend, and undead.
Oh.
Good.
Here, so you can see Duras, the map. And we'll jump into today's session.
Are we still with Sea Garden?
No, Seagarden was taken away towards the back room. You saw her go in with a few other people. So you guys were ushered out by one of the adjutants. And speaking of, with that adjutant who kind of guides you outside as you are now free people, she has, and remember these are like cloaked figures, one of the adjutants comes out and has a paper that requests a location. So one of the requirements was you must submit a residence location inside Duras where you can be found at. Very similar to real world parole. She has a paper out and is asking for you guys to write a specific location. What do you guys put?
I just want to put out there that I'm maybe going to request we don't put my parents' house, and maybe we find separate lodging just to, I don't
We
know,
could put
distance them from the likeness of
You
people
should put the Tilted Tavern.
I was thinking our bathhouse.
I don't feel like the Tilted Tavern is probably going to be welcoming us soon.
I think that the
So-
Tilted Tavern is a great idea for what to write down on this
Which-
paper.
This
Our
is a
bathhouse
burned
is
down.
like two. Yeah, exactly. That's why
Yeah,
I want to
okay.
write it. The bathhouse is
It's
like
outside the city.
it's,
We're not allowed
it's
to leave
many
the
miles
city.
outside. I think
Mhm.
it's like a day's travel or something.
True. The Temple of the Raven Queen.
I actually wouldn't mind that.
Also
That's a good
outside the
idea.
city, isn't it?
It's considered part
It's
of
it's
Duras.
close enough. It's close.
Is it?
enough.
Oh, okay. That,
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Duras,
we can do that then.
even though the map has like walls inside the main big section of Duras, those buildings that you see on the outskirts, everything is still considered Duras.
I do have another idea because I feel like they're going to come and see like, hey, are we here? What if we just say Magic Michael Doohan's house? Because the people will definitely struggle hard enough to get inside, and they'll probably just give up.
That's true, and we're going to
Also
definitely
he
visit
it's also
down there
really hate
anyways. Yeah.
Yeah. He definitely hates
I
us already.
do
So
not object to this whatsoever.
Yeah, let's do
No
it.
objection. Okay.
All right, so you guys put Michael Doone's place.
Yeah, whatever
Yep.
his address is. Yeah.
Great, perfect. Yeah, you write that down, and she nods in reception. And give me a second. Michael Doone's place. I'm gonna write that down. That's so funny. She takes the parchment and nods, and then she reaches into her lapel and slides out a small piece of parchment, which she hands to Roland. And then she bows her head silently and goes back inside.
Thank you. I'll read it and share with the group.
It is sealed with a wax and a symbol. You have not seen this symbol in your day-to-day thus far, but it's familiar to you because you've been here in the city. You kind of know this symbol. This is a symbol of Shield House. And as you undo the wax seal, there is small writing. It says, the general requests your presence at the governor's quarter within the hour.
Do I know what the governor's quarter refers to?
Yeah, the governor's quarters are... So you're familiar with how Duros is kind of laid out. In the middle is where all the important people are from the houses. So you have the actual houses for Shield, White, and Grain, as well as Royal and Coin. But there are also the manor residences for those upper echelon leaders. So you know that every house has 3 seats. The top 3 people basically who run those houses, and each of those 3 people are provided a manor that are within the central location. So the governor's quarters means the governor position in Shield House, their manor basically.
This is Zeke's house.
This is Zeke's house.
Zeke's house? Zeke's house.
The current governor right now is Zeke.
And it's Shield House seal, so we know this. That's weird. I'm just asking the group vibe check on this. Are we feeling bad for Zeke? Do we think that he was kidnapped while he was still a good guy and all the assholeness from the dinner last night was someone else still?
Yes.
No, I think he was.
I mean,
well,
the asshole, the person at the dinner was not the real Zeke. I don't know if I think Zeke is a jerk, but like, I don't know if we actually rescued Zeke, or even if that person that we brought back was because there was a scrying or something, wasn't there?
It was,
And we saw him that he's imprisoned, and it's similar to what Cromwell had been in, right?
I forget who the other person was in there, but he was alive, right? The scrying wouldn't have worked if he was dead. It wasn't like scrying on his dead. I'm looking at Tarvik. Like,
yeah, that sounds about correct. Yeah, he's definitely alive.
I think it's.
I mean, living is a strong word, but alive.
I think that he is in Bernolder, and that's where the prison is. I'm just wild speculation here, but this is what I think. He's in Bernolder. That's where the prison is, and the person that we brought back may not have been Zeke at all, and that we just picked up some other. We found the dwarves in their party, and it was like a whole mastermind plan to sneak their spy into the city. And we just played right into it.
That's definitely possible, but I think it's also possible that he was kidnapped since we left and we Parabor, and then we went to Remayan. Like there was like time that elapsed. That could have been real Zeke, and he could have been replaced since then, potentially. Because wait, so Zeke was at one point he went to Parabor, right?
You asked him to go
Yeah.
to Parabor.
We asked him to
Yes.
come rescue us in Parabor, like to come to our aid.
You
To
asked
to
him
yeah,
deal
and
with
he-
something
to
there.
the people there. You guys weren't there.
Yeah, but he did
Oh.
respond in such a way that made him seem like he was free and not
That's correct.
tied
So
up.
maybe,
So then
when
he
left,
must have been the one that we rescued was correct.
yeah.
The question is only if the one at the dinner was real Zeke or not. But also, if it wasn't real Zeke, why switch them out?
Because like he holds a position of power here, right? Like it's a good.
Right, but like clearly the next step, like they knew that they were going to like scry on where Zeke was if Zeke escaped, and they would see him in a prison cell. So like you're burning whatever that fake, if it was a fake guy at the dinner, you're basically just burning an identity, like a powerful one in the
I
city
think we did that though,
for
right?
very little reason.
Well, we
I don't
did
know.
that. We accused them of being a fake and faulty. I think they knew they had to burn it anyways, and they had goals to discredit Seagarden and stuff. But I want to confirm, we asked Zeke to come to Parabor, and that's when he went missing, right? That's what we're thinking now. Like I feel like we like Zeke. Zeke's the nice one that we rescued from the dwarves and was like an asshole, but like was nice. And like then came to help us, and he got kidnapped, and we should go help him.
I think Zeke is still an asshole,
Okay, yeah.
regardless of which one was there or not. We should still try to rescue him, but like, you know,
You
I
get what I'm
do put
saying,
his
right?
that rescue priority
he's
I mean,
evil.
it seems like we have
significantly
no
lower.
business in Duros and a lot of business in Bernolder, and we should just go there right now.
No,
Only
we
if
definitely have
it's
business in Duras. I can assure you. Also, we need to go here apparently, but that's another thing.
I really don't think we should go to this.
Okay. But we don't
like
know that the scrying wasn't Bolnold, or you just I mean that's speculation, right? The scrying
It's true.
literally have
It
missing
is.
right here.
But still, I feel like we should go there. Like we told, like the Scarlet Sash that we would be there like a week ago, and we haven't gone.
They-
That was
didn't
2
they get
days
it?
ago. And that and like
Also, weren't they attacked like I don't know, a couple of days ago? I don't feel like they're meeting their deadline either on that.
we should probably check in with them at some point.
Older.
Yeah,
What made you
I
think
thought
they'd be
so. I thought weren't they? Didn't they get like didn't we talk to them at one point and they were getting attacked?
I think they also are dealing with the Gloomers.
I think they were actually in the Underdark, and there's a path to the Underdark in Bernolder, and that's why they told us to go there. And they were like trying to get out of the Underdark, and maybe in a combat or some other tense situation when I messaged them.
That's correct. They were in a tense situation. You heard
Okay.
a out of breath kind of response and tenseness, but any conjecture, that's on you guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
gotcha.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
sorry. It's been like a hot second since we
Yeah,
even
for
had
sure.
that. And I'm like, oh man, I think
Put it
that's what
that way.
happened.
Time
Yeah.
erodes.
Yes, time does erode.
Okay. So we can I feel like we should maybe vote as a group to decide what we do. I'm in favor of going to meet the general and seeing if he has any leads on Zeke at Zeke's house. And also getting to sneak around Zeke's house, right? That could be fun. I mean
He's still an asshole. You can steal from Zeke.
I think that we've been like dragged along, and with all of these high-ranking people in Duras enough. Every time we encounter them, we're manipulated and coerced and arrested. I think we should steer clear. I do not want to go to the. I do not want to go to this general's request. No, thank you.
Okay. I say we do that, and then I believe we need to go talk to a little girl, and possibly your sister knows where she's at. I look at Roland.
Yeah, we can definitely go to the orphanage next. I feel like that's the best lead after that.
General say when to show up? Was he like right now, or was he like?
Yeah,
He said within the hour, so
In the hour, yeah.
yeah,
Do
that's
we want to
now.
split the party?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I know Rita doesn't want to go. I also feel like there's like a lot of like, I don't know. I want to recapture this as something like useful to us, you know? I feel like we're just gonna cause problems trying to exist in a place and get things done in a place where we're not, you know, not following the people that are actually on our side, and I think the general's one of them at this point. I feel like we should keep the general and Seaguard as allies as long
I
as we
think
can.
we should get out of the city as fast as we can because they are not allies. They are clearly not allies.
We're not doing that. We're definitely not leaving the city
Yeah, we
as
have
soon
to
as we can. We have things to do
figure
here.
out the
You
connection
can.
with the little girl and the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. We have things to do here.
Tarvik, what do we have to do here, Tarvik? You left the group, and you didn't explain why,
No,
and now you're saying we
hey.
have to do things here. So maybe you can tell us what's going on with you.
It's very interesting. Left the group is an interesting choice of word because what I remember is 3 of us went and had a talk with Seagarden about things, and one of us went off and did some weird prison adventure in which at
So
any
now
point
you're
they
just-
could have left the
okay.
city, but instead was playing pretend with the guards.
I was trying to save you. I didn't know what was going on. Look, we're back together
You're
now.
already free,
except
though.
that you left the group, and I haven't agreed to let you back in. So why don't you tell us what is going on with you?
How about this? When you start acting like you're a member of a group, I'll let you know. And I'll start walking towards the governor's house.
Towards the wet house?
The governor's house, wherever we're supposed to go.
You don't know where it is.
I'll start walking in a
Rita just
random direction.
rolls her eyes and scoffs and starts going the opposite way of wherever Tarvik's going.
Alright. Tarvik,
Oh,
which
no,
way do you
Roland.
go? Out of random.
Let's say north.
Okay.
Roland, which one do you want?
I will. You take Rita. I feel like I'm
Okay.
not doing so good that way.
I think you should support Rita. I think she wants your support. And I give a little wink and I follow after Tarvik.
No, I chose Tarvik. I got Tarvik. I claimed it. Gave me the
Wait,
option.
do a Alright, this is
No
gonna be
need,
a contested
no need to
roll.
fight. We can all just go this way.
Contested. Who's acting faster? Make initiative rolls. Let me put that
Okay.
turn order. Wait.
Ah.
Hold on. Let me clear the turn order. Hold on.
Okay.
Clear. Remove all turns. Clear. Okay. Initiative. Oh wow.
Oh.
This is actually tiebreak.
Oh.
Cassandra, wow.
That Dex.
Oh, but it's a natural 20, though. Man,
Oh,
on a
it is?
tie-break,
Ooh.
it's a natural 20 from Roland.
Ooh,
I don't
it is a
know.
Ooh, I didn't know it was a natural 20. Oh.
She's so much speedier than I am. No, I feel like we're both just going towards Tarvik really
Yeah,
fast.
okay, there you go. You
Yeah.
guys can decide.
Come on, Roland.
No. You're both wrong. And Roland starts walking towards the correct direction, and that's what Roland does.
Which is towards south. Yeah.
Wait, I was about to say, which way is Roland walking?
If you're going
yeah.
the correct direction, it is south. It is across the bridge. You know the governor's quarters is here, where I'm pinging.
I'll yell at Tarvik. Follow Roland.
If Rita went this
Okay.
way, Roland's going around this way.
All right, I'll try to run and catch up to Roland real quick.
I'll try to catch up to Rita unless she's sneaking.
Roland will walk slow so they can catch up.
That's fine.
Rita is not sneaking. She is merely indignant.
So where are we going?
Bernolder. Go to Bernolder.
All the way to Bernolder.
Yep. Just gonna walk.
Maybe we should check in with that little orphan girl.
What is this about an orphan girl? I never met an orphan girl.
So we did some scrying, and we saw this little orphan girl was talking to a necromancer.
That's suspicious.
Right?
Yeah.
You wanna check it out?
No, I want to leave Duras, but fine, we'll check out the orphan.
Okay, let's go pick up a unicorn lollipop first. Where was that, the market?
Yeah, the market's up north.
Sorry.
So we switched directions.
Yeah, you did. You switched directions.
Let's start taking Rieta to the market.
Like we pass by each other and like some of us make eye contact, but two in particular do not.
Yep.
Is that what happens?
Yep.
So awkward.
I give you guys big thumbs up.
Amazing.
Okay. I guess we're meet at Magic Michael Dune's tower. I guess I don't know.
Bye.
Ours is gonna take so quick, and then they're going to like get themselves killed at the orphanage. We probably should just meet them at the orphanage.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, that's why I kind of wanted to go to the orphanage together. But Rita's probably just going to try to flee the city anyway. And at some point she'll lose Cassandra, and Cassandra will just meet us there. It will be fine.
We're gonna figure it out. Splitting the party. Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. By the way, I have some questions, but we'll do that on the walk back. Let's do the real thing first.
For me or for the group, or what are you thinking?
Oh, just for you, I guess. It's fine. We don't need the group.
But we're all like 4 blocks away, so if you want to wait till later, that's fine. But I am.
We have a long walk to the orphanage afterwards, so it's fine.
Sounds good. We'll cross the bridge and head over to.
All right. Let me see. Which one of you guys am I going to start with? Let's start with Group South. We'll do you guys. So, Tarvik and Roland. You guys are trying to make your way directly to the governor's quarters, the governor's manor. However, you are at the bridge and you are stopped by the guards here. Unlike previously when you were escorted by members of higher power and authority, and you were allowed to cross directly, these guards now refuse and turn you away and ask you to take the commoner bridges. And they point to either the left or the right. So you either have to go towards Hellhound's Village or towards Hydra's District.
Tarvik's in a mood, apparently, I'm gonna say. Looks at Roland and be like, we just want to cross the river like a normal-ish way.
I mean, I don't want to get wet for this.
Okay, no wet then. Tarvik will just walk down to the river's edge, and I'm gonna cast Control Water and part the waves and just walk across the river. Bad.
That's awesome.
I wonder what junk you find at the bottom of the river.
Oh, I'm sure there's probably wagons and all sorts of that. The one I would be using, and it's like halfway through, is part water.
Halfway through. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, trench. Right, cool. You see the guards very startled by this, and they kind of are alert and at arms, and they are observing the situation, not knowing what you guys are gonna do. They seem very tense. How do you choose to walk across?
With purpose and not looking at any of the guards at all.
No eye contact.
No eye contact, no movement, not reaching for weapons, literally just like waving my hand, the water for the river stops flowing briefly, and Tarvik just walks across. I'm assuming Roland does the same.
Roland's, I think, fascinated. If he finds something shiny, he's definitely picking it up.
Oh, you see so many things, but none are shiny. There is lots of trash. There are a few odd bones that you're not quite sure what they came from, what species they came from. You also find a lot of just like miscellaneous clothes and like imagine rubber boots. and just rusty things like knives, short swords that have just degraded over time from just being in the river. There's just a lot of trash. Unfortunately, there's not too much of shiny appeal here. But as you guys are crossing, you hear in the distance the guards are kind of shouting, and you see them alert. None seem to be going towards your direction, though. They seem to be high alert. You hear some calls of people just shouting for like backup and shouting what's happening. Like, they parted the waters, they're crossing. As alert seems to be going on in this central sphere here. You hear guards kind of running around in the distance as well, but none seem to be approaching you guys. As you cross, you find that the guards on the other side of the bridge also seem to be the same. It seems everyone has guarded their attention towards you guys. But you have safely crossed. What do you guys choose to do on the other side now?
It's that direction.
Yeah, I'll just keep making my way. On my way, I guess I will just say, let's see, maybe if we're there and we're meeting somebody, maybe we can get like a bridge pass, because it seems like this is causing way too big of a deal, and there's no need to walk all the way around if we don't have to.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's this house right here, so we can see if there's anyone
S3.
waiting for us. Oh, S3.
Oh, it's S3. Okay.
I knew it wasn't Shield House.
Yeah, Shield House is the general like base for Shield.
Mm-hmm.
S3 because Shield, and then third seat it is the governor's seat. So S3. You guys make your way here. As you guys are discussing, you notice that you have a tail of 4 soldiers who are keeping their distance, but they are following you. And as you stop in front of this manor, they stop maybe like 30 feet away from you guys, and they are not saying anything. You notice that one of them separates from the other 3 and runs towards back in the direction crossing the bridge.
I guess I knock on the door.
All right. You knock on the door, and you are greeted by... let me set the scene first. Outside, there is a small like deck area that seems to be half walled up. So like the barrier is roughly waist high, and is like a little deck area that seems to have a small gate. And as you try the latch, it is unlocked. So as you move forward onto this deck, you see a few barrels off to the side that just seem to be stacked. And then you see a stone wall and a door inset to it, so a wooden door. You gather that this is the front door, and as you knock on the door, you wait a few moments until you see the door open, and you see a plainly clothed gentleman, probably in his 40s, who has some blonde hair that's a little bit long, kind of towards his shoulders is where it ends. He seems to be a human, fair-skinned, and he appears in front of you with a smile, very meekly though, as he greets you and says, hello. May I ask who is calling upon the house of the governor?
Hello. I am Roland Leodon, and this is my companion Tarvik, and we were summoned to the governor's quarters by the General of Shield House.
I apologize, I have not received word of such summons. Since the governor is away at the moment, I am afraid that I cannot have you inside the house, so if you may wait outside for the person who you said that you were here to meet, and once I have their permission, then I can allow you inside. Apologies. And he gives you a very polite nod as he motions to close the door.
Can I check him?
Sure, insight.
Like, do I feel like he's like doing this to like hide stuff? Or like, is he just like doing his job? Well, heck if I know.
Yeah.
Tarvik's too angry.
Yeah. You're riding the high of separating water.
Yep.
May I inquire, sir, how long has the governor been away from the residence?
He's been away ever since the dinner party, a bit before the dinner party.
Of course. Thank you, sir. We shall wait.
He nods his head as he goes to close the door. And then he closes the door. And you guys are left outside in this kind of like deck area. You have maybe like 10, 15 feet in both directions of this deck area. And it seems like slightly private from the streets. But not too private. Because it is only, the barrier is only half height. What do you guys do as you are waiting here?
I guess I'll just take a seat on one of the steps.
Okay.
Just sit down.
Yeah.
I will say over to Roland and be like, I'm a little confused, and I maybe should have asked this question earlier. Since I joined the group. Is Rieta supposed to be in charge of the group? If I'm honest, I always just kind of assumed either it was you or Cassandra, just kind of depending on the day.
Well, in terms of who can exact a leadership role uncontested, that would be Rieta. Apparently.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
sorry,
no,
I didn't want to strike his nerve.
No, it's I'm sorry. I feel like I should answer your question. I don't like the arguing. And I would like to find a reasonable solution to this, if we can. And to some extent, I feel like Rieta has a point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I was going to leave the group. I never did leave the group. I did find a better solution. So, there's that.
So you're with us because we're a better solution?
Yes. Absolutely.
Means to an end?
Of course. Why are you with the group?
Loyalty, perhaps? I don't know. I've at some point decided to make their goals of wanting to take down the necromancer, your goals, Cassandra's goals, Rita's goals, I've decided to make them my own. I have no
right, but what are your goals?
I'm opening my character sheet back to roll.
yeah. Let's do some deep lore. Let's go.
Deep lore. I went to Alaria Feywing to learn magic, to learn knowledge, and at some point, I suppose that transitioned to a sense of believing that her legacy and the things that she cared about and the things that the others care about is a source of knowledge and power, and just where I'm meant to be, I don't know. It's all very...
If I may, and I don't want to speak for you, but it sounds like the best way to get the new magic, to protect her legacy, to do all of that, is with the group. So you are with the group, because they are your best option.
I feel like you're trying to twist it into everyone's out for themselves. I'm legitimately here because I care about the
There are good people in the world. I don't doubt that. There are just far more people who are out for themselves. I being one of them. I don't feel like my purpose is inherently selfish, though it is in some way dealing with me. But yes, I do think of the group less like a family and more like, unfortunately, for lack of better words, closer to hired help.
If we part ways, I'm going with Cassandra and Rita.
I understand that. You have no loyalty to me. I have helped protect your family and your town and various things like that. And my hope was that you would help me find my daughter and get her to safety. But I understand if that...
We've made your goals a priority. We truly have.
You have.
Oh.
Well, you have. Cassandra has, for sure.
I'm asking you to not make us choose between helping you and helping the others.
I am trying not to. I am trying just to follow up on the lead and stay in the city. Your de facto leader, I forget the exact term you used, does appear to not care about what everyone else cares about and seems to be thinking very selfishly. I know that this was a concern with a certain other group that we're not going to talk about. And I don't know. The more I've been thinking about it over the last day, I guess it's been, almost, it seems like that is kind of true. I don't want to break up your group. I don't want Rita to leave. I just want Rita to acknowledge that people have other things going on.
Fair enough.
With that, we will transition to the other two. God, I love that RP. By the way, inspo for both of you.
Yes, amazing.
Oh, I had it.
I did too. Dang it.
There haven't been any rolls.
We didn't even have a. You know what? I should have used it on the insight. I should have used it on the insight check.
You had an insight roll. Awesome. Okay, so let's switch over to Rita and Cassandra. You guys have just split. You gave a thumbs up, Cassandra, and you guys are on the way to the market. You hear the noise of the market. It is in full sound as you guys are still in the morning hours where things are like kicking off and people are in the streets doing errands, doing their things. So you head towards a bustling market. What are you guys talking about?
So why don't you trust the leaders?
Because they've lied to us and manipulated us and coerced us and arrested us and put us on trial and sentenced us.
True.
Their behavior has been abysmal.
Yeah.
They aren't acting like allies.
I don't really agree with authority either, but necromancers have been eluding us, so I thought maybe like important people could be important allies, but man, it's really hard to make allies.
It's really hard to keep allies. Sea Garden was our ally, and then she just like backstabs.
I don't think she did she?
Yeah, the whole thing with the yesterday with the Twisted Tavern and Tamias leading us around. Like I sent to her 2 times because it seemed like such a sketchy situation we were getting into, and both times she assured me that we were supposed to go along with this.
I mean, they did let us go without any ramifications for burning down a tavern, so...
Well, I mean, that's because it was their fault, really? I don't know.
It was kind of self-defense,
I'm sorry, I can't actually say this stuff because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I wasn't there to hear about how bad of a situation it was. Well, no, I do know that Tamias thought this was a really bad situation, like the worst outcome, and that he thought he was going to get in trouble for all this. So, but I don't know that Sea Garden was feeling the same way.
We can still trust her. I mean, they put her on trial with us.
Are you sure, though? I mean, the two things seem like not directly related.
Yeah,
Other
her
than-
friend is super cool.
Other than that, I think we've encountered poison 2 times, practically within the same day, and one of those times was the Tilted Tavern people.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that I guess the Thieves Guild here, I'm hoping they're not intermixed with the Necromancer stuff, because that would really suck.
Do you want to join them or something? Because I don't think they're that great.
I mean, I could use a job. I mean, killing the Necromancer's top priority.
Okay.
And then after that, what do? I need a job. I need a home.
But you want to come back to... You want to make a home in Duros? After, everything that's happened?
Oh, I'm not wanted here.
You have a parole?
Do good, then it'll be fine.
Okay.
We still gotta find Hinger, too. Feel bad about that.
Yeah. I mean, I could message him, but I, spent all my spells really early yesterday, and I didn't have them when I needed them. All I could do was turn invisible and run away. It was awful.
I know we gotta get lollipops, but do you want to go shopping?
I do want to go shopping. I have 100 gold that I've been trying to give away, and no one will take it.
I have so much platinum.
It's the girls' shopping trip.
Yeah. I'm trying to find that list you gave us from M&M's. I'm gonna try and look at that again.
Oh, we're not allowed to use M&M's. Or at least I'm not allowed to. I promised Pip. I promised Pip? He gave me
No.
I will know. I mean, everyone in the city is a moron, but Pip's okay. So,
Okay. Well,
I mean,
let's go
until the
see if he has night
necromancers
vision
come and
goggles.
kill everyone.
It's not gonna happen. We're gonna win.
Uh-huh. I don't think I saw night vision goggles when I was there. He gave me a bunch of, potions, though.
I don't have enough.
That's why I
anyways.
can't go, because I have a ton of potions and he sold them for me cheap.
Wait. No, I don't have enough. It's $16.50 was the night vision goggles, and
Well, you might get a deal at Pip's, and I'll give you money.
Okay. But I only have less than half of that. But yeah, we could go look. Plus, you can give me.
I have
night
a lot
vision,
of money.
right? How much?
I can do that. Maybe one more time.
Oh, okay. It's not
Yeah,
like
I
a
can do
daily
that
thing.
one more time.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. We'll go to Pip's Fix before we get lollipops.
Okay, awesome. You guys go to Pips, and very similar, a very familiar layout where the desk is all the way in the back. You guys open the door, the bell ding, just rings, and you see the gnome pop up from the back very excitedly. Oh, hello, welcome back.
Hello.
Hey, Pip. She wanted to go to M&M's, and I wouldn't let her, so now we're here.
A big gasp, dramatic, with the hand to the chest, with a hand to the forehead, and he just withers on his desk. M&M's. Ugh, the dread place. Well, you're here, and you've never been in better hands. What do you need? You can see
I
he's
want
excited
to
to serve
see
you.
in the dark. What can you do?
Ooh, you want night vision goggles. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have any in stock. I need to find them, but I will find them for you. I will.
Okay.
And he kind of holds out a finger like he's promising you.
Okay, is it like a pinky swear? Am I supposed to try to hook his finger with my finger?
Yeah. You can see he's a very small gnome, and so his finger just matches yours. It's very perfect. So he very tightly does a little pinky promise for you, and then winks. And you see some movement from behind the curtain, and a little figure shoots up. Both of you are familiar with this figure. Give me a second.
Ooh, exciting.
Jeez. Don't have the name off the top of my head. Sorry. I am searching.
Any spell components before we go on whatever adventure we're gonna go on?
Out of character, remind me, guys, did you come to Duros after the mean locks?
There was a whole thing with like
Yeah,
in
you guys
line
came
getting
after,
into
right?
draws.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Oh,
our
okay, I got
current
it.
stint in Duros is after the Murlocs.
I got it.
Or
Sorry, I just
Nemocs.
needed to find the
Murlocs.
correct entry in my notes. You see a familiar gnome, smaller than the adult gnomes that you've seen, and familiar for two reasons. One, you've seen this body burned alive to death, and you've heard a familiar voice as this gnome boy shoots out and says, "Pip, are you doing a pinky promise without me? I love pinky promises!" And he shoots out and just kind of tackles Pip. And Pip, just kind of startled a little bit, knocks off his chair a bit, laughs. Oh, Pollo. Scratches
Cassandra
his head.
just looks like
scratches
she
his head.
sees a ghost. It's just like gone pale and is just like pointing and like looking at Rieta like, "Are you seeing this?"
Oh, I'm so sorry, Pip says to you guys. Oh, my little nephew, he's just a little rambunctious, aren't you? And then he just kind of like scrunches his hair even more. Just go back there. Go with Papa.
Polo, is that what you said your name was?
The little gnome boy looks up. Yeah, my name's Polo.
Well, hi, Polo. I'm Rieta, and I will like sort of squat down.
Nice
and this
to
is
meet
Cassandra.
You. Shakes your hand very rigorously and very enthusiastically. He says, "Oh, we have so much here at my uncle's store. You can buy all the things." And he has like a big happy smile on his face.
Polo, we've been here a few times, and this is the first time we've seen you here. How did you get here?
Oh, well, I'm just visiting. I'm here with my papa, and we are here with Uncle Pip.
Visiting from where?
Oh, in the city, from our house.
What city?
Duros. And he looks, he kind of looks at Pip like, "Oh, she's dumb."
Sorry. Visiting from where? Where are you from?
Duros.
So you're just visiting. Okay.
Are you a ghost?
Nope. I am a gnome.
Are you sure?
Have you ever left Duros?
Uncle, am I a gnome? And Pip nods. And Polo is like, "Yep, Uncle says so."
What do you think about fire?
You can see he kind of recoils at the mention of fire, and he has like a lot of fear in his eyes. I don't like it very much, and you can see his demeanor really shifts to like trembling. Oh,
Unhere.
excuse me, sorry. Pip kind of comes in. If we could avoid the talk of that, he had a little bit of a traumatic experience, so. Pip, why don't you? I mean, not Pip. Polo, why don't you go back and play with the toys and stuff, okay? And he rubs his head again to try and calm him down, gives him a little hug, and Polo is still kind of shaking a little bit and nods and just gives like a meek little wave to you guys as he turns around.
Polo.
Oh, and he just had a bit of an incident out in the world, a little scary incident. But don't mind yourselves about him. He's all fine. What else
We
can I
saved
do
him?
for you guys?
Incident involving goblins, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Have you?
I think
Have you
we
talked to him?
we might have been there. No, I think we might have been there when it happened.
Killed the
Um,
goblins.
Oh no. Well, it was very bad. He said there were a bunch of goblins and they tied him in and Peter up, and that they were trying to cook them for food, and then the next thing that they remember is just a scorching pain, and then nothing for a little bit, and it was just very scary.
How do they remember getting out of that situation?
Oh, they said that they don't remember anything after the fire, and then they woke up in a nice priest lady's home, or a church,
Alana.
and then they were sent off their way. I think they might have passed out, she said, and then they said that they passed out, and maybe that priest woman picked them up and made them all right again with the Lord's will, and he does like a little cross. And maybe some ointment, and sent them off their way. That's what I think.
We must have failed our medicine.
Or she.
Oh yeah, because she's
very powerful.
A priest, yeah.
But it's.
That's awesome. I'm glad they're fine.
And it is awesome, but there's still kind of a mystery. How did they come to be in the church? And who else was active?
And Galana.
Did Layla bring them?
We took him to the church.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, we did. Oh, I thought we left him there for some reason. Okay. So we did that. Okay.
We did it. Oh, great!
we tell Pip the story. We found them, killed the goblins, and took them to the church to be healed. So we should get a discount, little family.
Oh, you say that you took them to the church?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness, you did! Oh, of course you did. You're hilarious students.
Big heroes.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Well, that's at least one mystery solved.
Okay, big heroes discount. Pip says, yes, oh yes, well, I still need to make some money, and I'm already giving you I think it was a 10% discount, am I right, guys? Fact check me.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
We'll just say it is, and I'll retcon it if I'm wrong, but I can't sit through my girls, and that's a little too much right now. On top of the 10, okay, how about another... Oh, I do love my nephew, and I do love my brother. I'll give you another 10% off. So 20 total.
The deal. Never going to M&M's again.
See, I told you. I told you.
He seems to be in big relief, and he says, I hate that place, with a big smile on his face.
Should we ask about some of the other things people are asking about? Do you have a bag of holding?
Ooh, that's another one that I'm gonna have to pinky promise you on. And he kind of reaches out tentatively.
I'll pinky promise on that.
Great.
Who else? What else do people have?
Pip, pinky promises.
I'm trying to look for like the not super expensive stuff that might be affordable. Do you still want Boots of Speed, Rieta?
I mean, I would not turn down Boots of Speed, but I don't think I ever...
You have them.
I have them!
Oh.
I don't know if I was the one who wanted those.
In Discord,
yeah, we should definitely get them. Did I say Boots of Speed in Discord?
Maybe you said it on behalf of someone.
They're very rare!
Yeah, they are. Oh, those are nice. But they are 4,400, and then we would do 20% off.
Yeah, whatever
20.
the cost is, just do 20%.
Okay. I'm just going off the Discord.
Yeah, just go
all the
off
way
whatever
okay.
online users. I'm not too picky about it.
So we need 3,520 gold. I have. I have
3,000. I've got 27 platinum.
I have 56 platinum. It's still
Okay.
not enough.
So that's okay, yeah, because
It's only out of 0, right?
Right. Okay. So I've got the equivalent of about 1,000, 1,100 gold pieces.
Okay. I only have 578. I must have spent it on something. Okay. Oh, but I could sell some things.
We went to the store. We went to M&M's earlier, and I think we bought things there too, didn't we?
Yeah. Rieta did, and Rieta bought a ton of potions.
Yeah, it was a lot of potions.
Here's some stuff I can sell. Throw in the chat. So, from the mines.
I've got a diamond worth 100 gold pieces, but we might need that for Revivify.
Keep that.
Yeah.
Do you have Revivify?
I don't. I
do.
Yeah, Tarvik does.
Tarvik,
Okay.
Yeah.
Tarvik has it and has it prepared. Yeah, Tarvik has it prepared.
Okay.
I think I have some of the components for it. I could be wrong.
I could maybe sell the ring of swimming too.
How much would you pay for a vial of a dwarf's blood? No, I can't. I can't do that.
You gotta keep that. Yeah, I think that's everything I'm willing to sell. Would Pip take any of that?
Yeah, he'll buy anything off you guys. It'll just be at price. There's no discount for the prices or upcharge for buying the prices, which would serve as like a discount for you guys. So
the 2 platinum or
let's see what doesn't have a cost. The stuffed bunny with big floppy ears. He's gonna offer up. He'll be generous. He'll give you 5 silver.
Okay.
If you'll take it, and he'll give it to Pollo. Ring of
platinum says 10 to 20 platinum if smelted. Which one? Do you want to do like halfway or?
Go ahead and roll. Just roll a d10, and it'll serve as a 10 to 20.
All right.
10.
All right, fair.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so 2 ores, 1 hidden platinum.
I'm just looking at
So I had got an extra ore, I think. Yeah, and the ring of swimming. Don't tell Tarvik. I think he gave that to me.
Oh, really?
Oh, which ring? No,
the ring of swimming. No,
I don't feel like that was. Okay. I might have had that at one point, but I don't think Tarvik would care.
Okay, I'm keeping the ring of jumping because we like that one.
The ring of jumping I definitely gave to you.
I have a brass ring that never tarnishes, but I feel like it's really critical for my drip that I keep that.
It could be the one ring.
Been wearing it on my horn this entire time.
We'll say ring of swimming, uncommon. We'll price it at 400.
Okay. 40. That cleans up my inventory, thank you.
If anybody else also wants to clear the inventory and just retcon and say that you knew, well, I guess you didn't know, but we
gave
can
it to Cassandra.
Yeah, we can just say that you guys gave it to them to sell if you guys want. For the other two who aren't here.
The only thing I have. Oh, you go ahead first.
The only thing I have is a painting with 2 gold pieces from Vermayan.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give that and say that you gave that and sell it, you can get 2 gold.
Yep, just go ahead and put it on your...
Right, yeah.
Your
just,
sheet.
do the transaction on your sheet.
The only thing I have is a tarnished serving plate. I don't have a value from it, but I believe it was from the death house thing with the skulls and the ghosts.
You've been hanging on that one.
Yeah, I know.
Tarnished.
That's all I have for it.
Yeah, let's just say if you're okay with, since it's tarnished, we'll do 5 silver.
That's fine. It's out of my inventory.
Any other inventory cleanups?
I like my junk. I want to keep it up.
I love a good hoarder.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right, so let's take a little pause at this point.
How much does everyone have?
In gold, like converted, I have 1,100 and a little.
I have I have 767 converted.
Okay.
With our, I mean, we might be able to get the bag of holding.
He didn't have it.
He doesn't have it.
Oh, that's right.
Also, if I remember correctly, Tarvik kind of, maybe asked for a bag of holding from Sea Garden.
Yeah.
Which we maybe will get, possibly.
Yes, I
maybe.
forgot.
I wouldn't count on
So
it.
there's a chance maybe I get it there. We get it there, and we don't have to buy that. But who knows?
She said
Forgot
that she
about
needed
that.
a little time to source some of these things, because right now, magic items especially are a little bit hard to find because people
Everyone's
and
dead.
entities are trying to get them because there is a war.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Okay.
But you guys know that M&M's advertises you can get anything you want anytime.
Tarvik still need a +1 weapon? Did you get one?
At some point, yeah, but that's not. I don't feel like that's the highest of priorities right now.
Do you have a magical weapon?
No.
Oh,
But I also have a lot of
like
magic.
a priority.
Yeah.
Seems like a priority there. Like
I also use a lot of.
I guess
Tarvik
you use
has a
spells.
lot of
Use
more
spells.
spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do use weapons occasionally, but far less than someone like
Okay.
Cassandra or
Yeah.
or even Rieta, right?
Yeah. Alright, so we could maybe afford a bag of holding? No, not at M&M, so.
Yeah, not at M&M's.
And he doesn't have it. He has the boots of speed, so we could actually maybe afford those.
Yes. They're
It's 35.
They're very rare, and he kind of has them on like a shelf behind him, prominently displayed, very proudly.
I love him. He's such a sweetheart.
we don't have enough for the boots of speed.
We do at the 20%
20%
discount.
discount.
Oh, we do.
We would only have 370 left over. Do we want them, or do we want to save our money?
Excited about boots of speed.
I've got Expeditious
Cool.
Retreat. I think I'm running Expeditious Retreat. Or unless I'm not. No, I'm not. Never. Oh no, I am. I am.
Okay.
So I'm running that. You've got it from cunning action. Roland might have something.
I also have,
Roland
I have expeditious
has
retreat
dimension
too.
door.
That's true. I also have dimension door. I also have expeditious retreat.
Yeah. So we don't
Just
need it.
the,
It would just allow us to swap a first level for something else.
Yeah. Okay. And then Ring of Protection. Does somebody want that? Roland?
Yeah.
What does ring of
I
protection
mean,
do? Is it
no
plus
one
one to
will
AC?
ever say no to a ring of protection.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
I will definitely take a ring of protection. Absolutely.
Does Pip have one? Pip, do you have a Ring of Protection?
It has never been targeted once.
He will not have a ring of protection.
Gotcha. No problem.
But when you ask him, he's like, "Oh, but I do have a ring of warmth, a little bodily protection in a different way."
Keep you warm.
Ring of warmth. That's interesting. Where do you get a ring of warmth from?
Resistance to cold. That's fun.
Oh gosh.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah.
I feel like I mean, resistance to necrotic is what we need the most. I think we've been hit by a cone of cold one time. It's probably not that good.
Okay. All right, let's save for the bag of holding if we need it. Or let's wait to see what Sea Garden has for us and then come back.
Did you say Pick? Rita's Pick has a ring of warmth, or Pip, the guy who runs the shop?
PIP, the guy who runs the shop.
Okay, never mind. That makes more sense. I was so confused, y'all.
Yeah. Pick is your new dealer.
Well, they talked to Cassandra and that he had a ring.
Do you have sending stones?
I don't think he will. What level is sending stone? Like what rarity? He has more uncommon items than he does any other category. He
It is uncommon.
They are uncommon. They're wondrous uncommon.
Nice. Okay, then I'll say yeah. He has them.
Okay. Should we do that, Rieta?
Yeah. Who do you want to send to? Who do you want to give the other stone to?
Someone on the team for this situation right now. We could be like.
So I mean, is it for you and Roland? Because Tarvik and I.
Yeah, I think that would be best.
Rita just sneezes mid-sentence.
Yeah.
For you and Roland, because Tarvik and I can just cast Cindy.
Yeah, that's why. All right, so I have 1,200, you have 640.
We'll say sending stones are priced at 500, and then you can just do your 20% from there.
Nice.
Love it. All right, so 400 total, or for 400 for each stone.
No, total.
Total. Okay.
It comes in a pair.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll give over the 400.
You want us to each chip in 100 for this? I feel like that wouldn't be that big a deal.
Yep. Up to the team.
That
do
seems fair.
Yeah,
Or maybe
I'm
Cassandra and Roland can each chip in 200 because it's going to be them.
That's fine.
I thought that's also fine. I do not mind.
I will put in 100.
I'm marking off 100.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. All right. I'll take one sending stone and put the other in my bag. Mission success.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get a lollipop.
Okay.
Do you want a lollipop too? I think I might.
Okay. I mean, if you're gonna have one, then yeah, I want one.
All right. We find a lollipop vendor.
Nice. You can see the market has a whole bunch of different vendors hawking their wares, and you notice a shop that is very brightly colored, and all sorts of shapes and sizes, and all of these colors are hitting you. Very very intensely as you see the sign above the stall says "Candy Maker Candy." You see
I would have robbed this place so much as a kid.
you see you see this woman who appears to be human. Roughly, you gather 20s to 30s somewhere. You can see she has various colored ribbons in her hair, as her hair is separated into two ponytails with them braided down her hair. And all of the ribbons are in her hair, and you see she has on like a dress of sorts that is very, very color heavy. So the top half is pure white, but on the bottom is where all of the colors are basically in a rainbow and just different patterns and shapes. And you see as you get closer to her that amongst these patterns and shapes you see little pieces of candy that are like sewn into her actual dress. You approach her stall, and next to her stall you see a bakery. So the stark contrast is there as you go up, and she says, "Welcome to Candy Maker Candy. She's just staring at you.
She's been sampling the candy. Yes. Do you have unicorn lollipops?
Yes, I have so many unicorn candy. Okay, look over here. And she, you can see she's just motioning over to her left side, and you can see amongst like different swirls and little like blocks of candy and like wrappers, all different various shapes and sizes. You see various unicorn sizes. So you have like tiny little unicorn pops, you have large, very large unicorn pops, and then you even see one that she kind of points that's resting against the stall. It has some wrapper to protect it, but it is literally like the height of the stall. Which size do you want? I love the unicorn candy. It tastes so good. I recommend it. Actually, I recommend everything here. It is so good. She kind of claps
I
her
think
hands
we
together.
buy the big one for Tarvik, and then we take 4 of the medium-sized ones.
Well, hold on. Which big size? So there's like
Oh,
normal big size, and then there's the one resting on
The
the wall.
I need
actual
the
unicorn. The one that is
gigantic
actually
one.
a unicorn. Life-size
That one's for
unicorn.
Tarvik.
Amazing. So she's very surprised that you guys are pointing and indicating you want the largest one in the very back that's resting on the stall itself. She's like, "Oh my gosh, nobody ever wants that, but I put my heart and soul into that one. It took so
I
long
can
to
see
make.
that.
And it's so
amazing.
tasty. It's the inside has a little surprise rush of flavor, and it's so good, but
Wow.
it takes a little while to get to the inside." And you can see she's just giddy with excitement. So you want the large one. The large one is going to be 10 gold. And how many of the other ones did you say you wanted?
4. So 1 for each of us and 1 for the girl.
Of like regular
the-
sized.
Yeah, regular size
Yeah,
ones.
okay. All right. 1 large, 10 gold. Regular size is just going to be 5 silver.
Okay.
So 4 of the regular.
So I have... Okay. Alright, I'll pay for all of this because this is my kooky plan. So, I got it all. And I'm gonna just like wield it like a sword. It's gonna be like a Cloud's Buster sword on me.
Yeah, it does. It has a handle. It has all of these have handles, right? The lollipop handle. So you definitely stand out in this crowd holding this huge unicorn lollipop.
And you gotta imagine this like goth like halfling.
Yeah, she's so small.
This giant lollipop. The glittery
Yep.
pink lollipop. I love it.
Amazing.
Rita, you have never seen Cassandra just so giddy. Just like forgot all the worries, forgot the
Yep.
necromancers, just
So
staring
have
at
you
this
even,
giant
like-
lollipop.
have you even already like started eating, or are you like, is this your sugar rush, or?
Oh no, I'm just excited.
Maybe Candy's energy's wearing off or rubbing off on you guys. She's
Were-
like
were there,
clapping
like-
and you leave. She's like so
Were there-
ecstatic.
Were there not candy like stores for you to like steal from in Waterdeep or whatever? Can you go
Sure,
here?
but it was risky. You know, it was
Yeah?
like a
Okay.
once in a while reward. You know, but I've never saw one this big. And can you imagine how angry Tarvik's gonna be?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I can't.
We have to tell him it was 100 gold.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
That's amazing. By the way, this is where Candy Maker Candy was.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
I didn't move your tokens with it, so that's fine. And then you also recognize that this is where the bakery was, so I'll do that too.
Oh, yeah.
As you guys are walking through with this lollipop, you see all of the kids, Cassandra, are staring at you. Their mouths are wide open. They're like tugging on their parents' jackets, and like the parents are like, "Not now, not now," and they're just like staring, mouth open, looking at you, and their eyes are super wide saucers. They are so jealous of you. They're like trying to get their parents' attention to first marvel at this, and then also to convince them that they also should get that giant lollipop.
Yeah, it's Cassandra will stick her tongue out at them and like fake licking it, like haha.
Yeah, that's amazing. You can see every kid basically has drool dribbling down their face. That's amazing. You could wield this as a weapon. It is large.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
All right. Anything else as you were kind of making your way through the market?
Roland said to meet at Michael Dune. Do you want to go there, or do you want to go check out the orphanage?
Are we supposed to do the orphanage first? I mean, I feel like if we have the giant lolly, that might be a good bargaining chip. Like, we're going to say, hey, we're going to give you this one because we like you, but then if you want the big one, you can tell us what's going on with the necromancers.
Okay.
But then we won't have it for Tarvik.
I know. Maybe
this is tough.
Can you send a Tarvik?
I could.
You could tell him to meet us at the orphanage.
I could.
You could.
I could.
And you will?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna start casting Sending. Tarvik,
That's one word.
Cassandra says to meet at the orphanage. Okay, bye.
Amazing, Tarvik, you hear that?
Am I still just sitting on the soup,
You
just
are.
waiting at this point?
Yes.
Okay. Great to see that you're part of the team now. I'm assuming an apology will be coming soon as well. And I'll just tell Roland. Seems like Rieta has gotten on board a little bit. So
what does Tarvik want me to apologize for?
Uh-oh. What do you say?
He just says that he thinks an apology is coming. I don't know what he's talking about. He's the one who left the group.
You two are just too alike.
Yeah, Tarvik says to Roland.
Roland's
Seems
just
like Rita's in a much better mood after getting the candy or whatever. So
Roland overheard Tarvik say the apology thing, and he's just like blinking at you, just like there are no words.
mhm.
You can apologize for him walking away.
Has
Oh, I still want to know what it's all about. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Is like I've told him what I want, which is just to tell me what's going on, and like he seems to be like all moody and all over the place. I don't even know what he wants from me. An apology for what?
You had your goth phase.
Whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, I did. I don't think he was upset about that though. Does he
saying
want me to go back?
Tarvik is just a big goth boy.
Is it because I stopped being like all goth?
If you want to relate to him, get back in that goth mindset. You know, he's very sad. He's got his secrets.
I mean, I stopped being goth. It's very hard for me to remember. Like, I do not we were in that other place, right?
Yeah.
That had like the golden fish and the crazy plants and stuff. And
Oh,
Pip
that was a
so
dream.
Ooh,
Yeah, but-
inspiration. Inspiration.
was it a dream? Wait, how did you
Uh,
know it was?
I mean, fish don't float, and there's like it looked like a dreamland, like it was all fake
How do you
looking.
If it was a dream, how do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know, that hag magic.
Well, look, I don't know what it was. Pick was really excited to get there, and then he was like
Pick
disappointed.
playing with our minds? Did he put us in a dream?
No, maybe the Raven Queen did because apparently I don't know. It seemed It's really hard for me to figure this out because I don't even know where we were. Okay, it was a dream. Sure, it was a dream, but like. It feels like the Raven Queen did Pick dirty. That's
she
what I
wouldn't do
think
that.
happened.
Pick probably pissed her off.
Who could be mad at Pick? Pick's the best.
I mean, I love him. He's perfectly chaotic and matches your energy. But Raven Queen's a little bit more, I don't know, serious.
He does get serious around. It's like the only time he shuts up.
He learned. Gotta respect the Raven Queen. She is a queen after all.
I don't know. It still feels dirty.
Well, you don't mind me worshiping her, right?
No, I mean, and I did like donate like 1 billion platinum to the temple yesterday. So I can't.
Right.
I'm obviously not that mad, but doesn't mean I want to go gothic.
Okay. But just, like, respect Tarvik's a goth, and maybe you can like him more? I don't know.
I just want to. We'll figure it out. Either he'll explain what's going on, or he'll just not be in the group, and he'll be like our groupie or something.
I'll tell you, it has to do with his daughter, so it's super sensitive.
I get that. But I think we should know.
Yeah. But we've just been, like,
Right.
thing after thing after thing. We never had a time where it's just the 4 of us hanging out.
It's true. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Probably like since Parable, right?
Yeah. So you should plan our next hangout.
We can hang out at Bernalder because
Can we?
Duras sucks.
I think it's pretty dangerous there, too.
Yeah, probably, but I mean that's the fun.
All right. That is kind of what we do. We make our way towards the orphanage.
Yes, amazing RP inspo for both of you, but I already gave inspo to Cassandra, so.
Yeah. Thank you.
I already had it.
I actually needed it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. We'll go through
down?
Hydra's.
Yeah, Hydra's. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll move you guys towards here. The orphanage. Let's just
There are
shuttle
2
you.
orphanages.
Which one are you going to?
Roland's sister one.
Okay.
That's where we saw the girl, right?
Yeah. Was it Tree? Do you specifically remember? I have to look at my notes.
I think we went to one first and she wasn't there, so we went to the other one, and that other one was where we saw the girl, so that would have been Tree, I think.
Okay, great.
Oh, it's so hard to remember.
I have to dig through my notes.
It would have been, maybe, actually, we would have come from this way, so maybe we went to this one first and then this one. That's what the lines would indicate.
Tree. Nope, you saw the girl at Tree.
Okay. Gotcha. Alright, Tree.
Okay. We're not there yet, but we're gonna switch back to Roland and Tarvik. So you guys are waiting for a little while, and within the hour, you do see General Denoth appear and meet you guys in this deck area. So I'm gonna move all of you, just so you guys can see what's happening, but it will just be Roland and Tarvik. Here. So, General Denos, Roland, Tarvik. You guys are here in this situation. He comes up, he opens the gate, and again, it's only waist high, so you guys see him approach. And you see a soldier who was with him as he kind of nods, and the soldier just starts walking back off to the distance. You do see one soldier who is roughly 30 feet away, and he just kind of stays in that away position. But you see he does not move, and he's just kind of surveilling the surrounding area. But it does appear that he was with General Denoth. General Denoth comes up to both of you as you're kind of waiting on the stoop. He nods to both Roland and Tarvik, meets you guys eye contact, and says, "Thank you both for coming and meeting. I think there were 2 other in your group. May I ask where they went?"
They had other business.
Understood. I am glad that you, Tarvik, were one to not have other business. I know that you
Thank you.
mentioned in your magic seance or something that you saw Governor Estezy Greer, and he said he was in some kind of situation, but you mentioned that if you had something of his, it would be better. Do you think that you can go into the manor, find something personal, and then use that to strengthen your connection and find where he is again?
I can certainly try. Certainly Zeke might have a hairbrush or something like that, where I can maybe find something on him that would help out.
Yes, and that's why I called you here. And he kind of motions towards the door. Go ahead, Roland.
Well, I'm actually maybe Roland might actually wait till we have a moment away from the general.
Okay.
But
he kind of nods and
Roland looked like he was about to say something and then didn't.
Okay. The general looks at you as if he's giving you room to speak, and then if you don't take it, he will continue forward.
Lead on, General.
All right. He knocks at the door very firmly, and a few moments pass, and you see the same man who greeted you greets and says, "Oh, hello, General. To what do I owe the pleasure?" And you hear the general respond, "Good. Yep, it's still morning. Good morning. I'm here to let these 2 individuals in. They are assisting us with an investigation into the governor and his whereabouts. They only need personal items, so they have access to the manor so that they can obtain some sort of connection." And you see the attendant at the front just kind of nod and step aside as he ushers all of you in. So the door will open and you guys are allowed in. You see a very open foyer area / hallway. You see some mounted animal here, and you see what appears to be a stool that is standing at the side here. You see statues kind of adorned in this hallway area, as well as some doors that lead into various areas of the manor. The attendant will close the door. Open, close. Oh, wait, I'll put you in here so you can see us. You guys will be here.
Nope, sorry.
Nope.
There we go.
Yep. You also see a guard who's is standing in the middle, just kind of acknowledging the general's presence with a nod, but doesn't say anything. The attendant will walk outward and say, "General, you're familiar with the layout, but for those that are behind you, I can escort to the room. I can escort all of you." And the general will actually decline and say, "I'm okay. I'm actually going to refrain, and I want to speak to Mr. Gelson, and I'll put the name Gelson. And he kind of nods to the soldier, and the attendant will nod and look towards you guys, and will kind of usher you upwards towards. And the way this map is laid out, this is one map. There's not going to be a switch. I will just move your tokens to the second floor, but he takes you up these flights of steps. I'm going to take control of your tokens. You go up those flights, and then I will move you to the second floor. Actually, I'm going to move all of you so you can all see. As you look up, though, you notice that there is a hole where the ceiling should be, and you see a railing that appears to be looking over here. So you should be further south on the map in general. You might need to scroll down if...
Yeah.
Yeah. But you should see yourselves on the second floor now. And in this landing area, you notice there is a waist-high railing, and then you can see below down to where you originally were in the hallway. And you hear hushed tones of the general and the soldier, Galson, that seem to be talking. But the attendant will... I didn't move him.
Snoop?
The attendant will basically take you to this room here. And he'll open the door for you guys. It's not locked, but he does just open the door. And he...
It looks like we can see some of your notes on the map, just FYI.
Yeah, I don't know if that...
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is a weapons rack that you see. It just has wooden practice daggers and swords. Yes, thank you for the call out, though. I wish you guys had inspiration slots.
Yeah. We'll get rid of them as soon as we can.
There you go.
There we go.
It looks like you can see through the door, but it's closing.
Little crack.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing in there, but...
Yeah.
For the allure of opening. The attendant opens the door and just kind of nods to you and motions you guys in, so you guys can go into the room. He will stand outside, but he doesn't appear to be peering in or anything. He seems to just be following the general's orders, which will show you the room and you can grab personal items. This appears to be Zeke's room. You see there is like a little changing area to the right, where that ping is, with just clothes strewn about. Notably some women's clothes strewn about. There is a partition here. There is a little fireplace here to the right. And you see a double bed that is a little bit ruffled, like it has seen a little bit of use, but has been neatly flatted out as much as possible. You see a bed stand to both sides. You see like a little book, a notebook of sorts on the left, and just a glass of water on the right. You see there appears to be I don't know what you call these, like a footrest type of situation here. And then you see a desk as well in the corner, and a door that appears to lead off to a different room.
We're out of earshot of the attendant. I'm just going to ask Tarvik, can you actually locate him? I mean, I know that you scryed, but the scry was successful, so having an object to help would be helpful in future scries, but can you actually, like, locate him, like the general's asking for?
Oh, sorry. The general didn't ask for a location. He asked for a scry, like another scry.
Yeah.
He wants another scry. Gotcha. Never mind.
Tarvik would say, to answer that question as well, so I have to look up a spell that I think I remember, but
Isn't
it's
there a
been...
locate person or find
There is a
path,
locate
maybe?
person. There's a locate person, but it's really close range. Like, I'd have to be within, like, 1,000 feet. Don't remember if it works this way, and I think Tarvik for now would just say, I do know of some magic, but it is largely close range. There may be a spell, if I was a little bit stronger, I could maybe use. and having something from that person would certainly help. But yeah, again, it's just doing another scry. And unfortunately, I don't think we'll figure out much more unless we kind of time it correctly with the scrying. I didn't know Zeke was married, I guess.
I do not think he is.
He was dreaming of a woman, wasn't he?
Maybe those are his.
I was gonna say, it might be his.
I'll just lean out the door and say, I'm sorry. We are not as familiar with the governor as apparently we thought. I wasn't aware that the governor was married at all. I want to make sure I'm gathering the right belongings.
The attendant will respond to you. The governor is unmarried.
Okay, significant other then, I suppose.
In a way.
I want to talk to the attendant.
Yeah.
Do you want to look around the room, or do you want to talk to the attendant?
You're probably better off finding things in the room. I'll talk to the attendant, I guess.
I mean, we know that like Zeke and Gek were a thing.
Too.
Oh, that's right.
He had a crush on her, like barely.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, but like the fact that there's like women's clothes lying around in here.
I thought we knew it was
says
more than
a crush.
I thought we knew it was more than a crush. I thought we knew that they were together.
Other people acknowledged him and Gek. Something happened there, maybe, or maybe it's a crush. I don't know.
As far as I know, that is an assumption on your guys' part. So he had dreams where you guys kind of heard him roll around, and it seemed like he was having nice dreams, and he like whispered her name.
Maybe he likes it rough. Maybe they got in a fight.
I'm gonna talk to the attendant and just ask
I'm
questions.
gonna look at the desk.
Can anyone imagine Gek wearing pink? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just pay for services.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I investigate the? Did you say this was a desk?
Yeah, that's a desk.
May I investigate the desk?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll investigation.
I shall use my inspiration.
Okay.
Wow.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
First
Well, 26 either way.
Yeah, very nice. So you take a look at this desk, and I'll say in general, this will actually go for the entire room because it's a very nice roll. So I'll let it apply to everything. You find that there seems to be a hidden compartment in the desk, and you open it and you find 100 gold in like a little little pouch. You find basically around the room. You find a very nice aged liquor bottle and a bottle of wine as well. They seem to be worth maybe 10 gold each, roughly you would estimate. You also find various sex toys strewn about, and also just in drawers and such. On the side table, you see the journal, and you open it up, and it seems to be a boring journal on politics and governance. But as you look a little bit deeper with that investigation of 26, you notice that part of the book is actually cut out a little bit, and there appears to be a smaller kind of like leaflet type, pamphlet type of item inside, and you can only access it by flipping through, getting to the correct page. And so you find a little diary of sorts. Let me show to players.
I leave the 100 gold in the secret compartment, knowing that Cassandra would be sad, but she's not here. Yeah.
All right. Do you take the little diary pamphlet?
I do. 100% take the little diary pamphlet.
Okay. So that will be in your possession. We'll say if you read it, we'll say for later you can read, or you'll keep it later to read, but I'm going to show it to everyone now so that you have it visible. So this is Zeke's little diary. I'll go ahead and read it for you guys. So we'll try the accent again. I don't know if it'll go right. Wanker, wanker, wanker. All right. It starts with a little bit of scribblish writing, as if unsteady hands, a little bit younger, you would even say, in the scribe. Not very mature and not very legible like an adult would be. Bloody plunkers are making fun of me for not having a pa. That he left because he didn't want me. They don't know what they're talking about, just faffing around. Pa's just at work, and he'll come back. He's just busy. Mom says Pa misses me lots. I wish Mom would tell me more, but she says she'll tell me when I become a grown-up. I want to be a grown-up now. I don't want to wait. I had to wait in line for so long to get the pudding dessert today at school that it got old. I don't like waiting. Those shits keep at it. I'm so mad at them. They've got more kids to make fun of me. I wish Pa would come home soon. I couldn't take it anymore. They started calling Mom awful names, so I fought those daft bastards. Stupid adults kicked me out instead. I'm the one who got hurt more. It's unfair. Mom is upset. We have to go move to a different school. I don't even want to go to school. I want to get strong and have lots of power so I can beat up anybody who says anything mean to me. I'm going to get strong, and when Pa gets home, he'll tell me how proud he is. Mom got sick. What blasted timing. The boys and I were supposed to go to the square today to meet up with some girls. I'm here doing more chores. Life sucks. I'm almost an adult. Why do I have to do chores like a little kid? Mom is still sick. This blasted deep winter is colder than usual, probably making it harder for her to get better. I don't know why she still wants me in school. I can start working and get money to get more medicine. The doctor says Mom is sick. Mom told me Pa would be indoors. Why didn't she tell him about me? And now him! He's keeping me a secret? Sure, he took me in, but what a fucking prick. I don't know what Mom saw in him. Who does he think he is? I'm his own flesh and blood. Why does he have to yell at me so much? Mom never yelled at me. I'm fucking trying my best. What a fucking asshole. The wanker is a general now. A fucking general. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make his life harder. Why doesn't he acknowledge me? I hate him. Who the fuck is this bitch Judith? She can fight, so what? I can fight. Why is she getting his attention? She's a fucking nobody and a girl. I'm pissed. I've been training just like her and I'm his son. Why does he look like he's proud of her and not me? Ha! I got the governor position. Granted, I had a little help, but so what? It's mine. I get to stick around that old geezer and ruin his days. Ha! This is the best. Wow, there's a smoking hot babe I sometimes see around the colonel. Seems secretive like an affair. Damn, I want that babe. I wonder if she hangs around Colonel Mustard because of his status and power. Maybe I should try to be Colonel. Finally, I'm Colonel. Ha! Everything worked out great. It went just like Zed said. They actually believed Colonel Mustard died in the dining room from choking. And the promotion test against Judith went well. Who knew being Colonel meant that I'd actually get to see Gek regularly? But damn, I didn't know there was a secret government inside the government. I have the Queen's ear and am on equal footing with the conductor. Fucking cool, but all the responsibilities. I never thought I'd be in charge of something even the old man isn't. This is great. But damn, this job is so hard. I just want to be with Gek. I'm gonna win her over. That stupid bitch Judith. Just because she killed a dragon, so what? If I was there, I could have killed it too. Just because of that, she got to request another promotion test, and stupid Zed wasn't there to help this time. Ugh! That old man was just waiting for an excuse to get rid of me, I know it. That old man and Judith must have schemed it together. What's so good about her? I can't see Gek freely anymore. Fuck Judith! This ruins everything. Ha! That bitch and the old man won't know what hit them. This is what they get for not appreciating me. Good thing I partnered with Zed. Easy money. I bet Gek will be so happy with the extra coin we could do whatever we want. Stupid adventurers. Who do they think they are? I'm the governor. They don't know their place. Zed said he'd get them off my back, but wouldn't tell me any details. Zed said he's got other people inside other than me and that someone would make contact. I wonder who they are. It'd be nice to know who my allies are. Gek is being difficult. What has gotten into her? I don't get why she won't come with me. And that's the end. This, you gather, spans from a childish age to more recent times.
So much good info. Oh my gosh. Okay, so If Gek is
Wow.
seeing him recently, and we
Is
saw her
Z
with
Zalishtan?
Petra. Yeah, Z could
You
be
would think,
Celestial.
right? Yeah.
But we saw, so that means
Yeah,
unless...
I'm glad you got the clue reference.
Yeah, I love that. Colonel Mustard with a candlestick. Yes. Yeah, so that means Zalishtan's been working with the Colonels.
Wait. I don't get the reference. What is it about Colonel Mustard dying in the dining room and choking?
Oh, it's a clue reference.
Clue.
Like the game Clue.
But what's it referring to in game?
Oh, it's just how he got his promotion.
Okay, so the previous colonel died, and Judith and him were up for it. He
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might take you a little while to digest through. There's lots of tidbits in here.
There is. I feel like I so wanted him to be redeemable too.
He's just a little shit. The he's just like a little henchman. I don't think he's like pulling any strings. Gek is someone we could get to Zalishtan, maybe.
So it said that her personality changed, and we know at least someone was looking like Gek, and there was like a different than the Gek that we met, right? So I'm wondering.
Shapeshifter.
Yeah.
If there is
Gek is
one.
being difficult.
Or the
I'm wondering if they've
illusionist.
infiltrated into that by replacing Red and Gek with shapeshifters of some sort.
Yeah. So that means
Or something.
Chetra and the Thieves Guilds is also compromised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we also saw the illusionist that became Sammy became Red, and Red was also met with Chetra.
Right, but I feel like we're pretty convinced that the Sammy that looked like Red that we spoke to is definitely not the person we accused with Chetra, right?
We
So
didn't
we
think
don't
Gek
know.
was either, though, but...
We don't think the person we met in Parabor is the same Gek either.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if maybe
This is yet another
maybe
Gek.
those two are the real ones, and that the shapeshifters are just the ones we interacted with early on.
But who's the Gek that was working with Zeke in Zalishtan?
Do we know if there's a version of Gek that's working with Zalishtan?
You asking
I
the
guess-
DM?
I'm just looking at
If
this.
the DM help, sure.
No, sorry.
So this
Wait, I can't tell you if that assumption is true, because that's just an assumption. I don't, personally, in
Just-
terms of like actual gameplay, I don't think you guys encountered a moment where you found that out for like a definite. I think all those might be assumptions.
Yeah, I think that Gek, we only met that once, and it was just that one time that she lied about being a Laria student. Then we met her again with Chetra, and she
That's
denied
correct.
meeting us the first time, and I think
Yeah.
that's all we know about her.
That is correct.
Okay.
Those were your two meetings with her.
And I guess
So
she was
there's
in the
this-
burning building, but yeah.
there's this paragraph toward the end, where it seems like he is conspiring with Z to do something awful to, I think, Seagarden,
Yeah.
which
And
kind
the old
of-
man, so his dad, right?
it kind
King.
of
Yeah,
doesn't
or
align
the
with
general.
our theory that Zeke was a shapeshifter on the night
Yeah.
of the party.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
It
was real
seems like
Zeke.
this seems
It
like this
sounds-
is real Zeke. Which,
It's
if that's the case, then wherever he's in prison is actually probably not in Bernalder, it's probably in Durlas.
Right.
right.
But
It-
here's another thing. If Gek was a shapeshifter not while they were interacting before, but at the end was a shapeshifter, their belongings would be in this room here, which means that we could use those belongings to find the shapeshifter, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we could find something that's like really recent, that'd be really good, and then we could scram both and like compare.
That may lead into my conversations with the the guy out here in the hallway.
So we saw, or at least, we saw Gek yesterday at the Twisted Tavern. She was there
And
and helping to drug us. So do we think that Gek was a shapeshifter?
Well, that Gek was
did
with
not make that
Chetra.
connection.
Rita
Yeah.
wasn't there. She was with Chetra, and we
Okay.
met Chetra underground somewhere. We still don't know where that is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so
And she
because
insisted that she was not the Gek that met us in Parabor. I think we might have completely made up the whole thing with the shapeshifters. I mean, this sounds like Zeke's just been an asshole the whole time and just got himself in over his head, and like him being, in the bad place right now is just the consequence of shit coming
working
together.
Zalishtan
this-
is everywhere. Can
Yeah.
Zalishtan, was he illusionist? Remember when we had the poem about the different heroes? Was Zalishtan one of them?
Yeah, he was. Well,
Yeah.
I'm
What
looking
was
it up.
his
I'll look
skill?
up the.
So is this the reason why Zalishtan didn't just kill us? Is because he needed us to be planted in the
Oh, to get
dinner.
Seagarden down? To take out Seagarden?
I don't think that was the plan, because he was, but it wasn't really Zalishan, right? So I don't think the consequences were there for him, right? And I also don't. I think that if Zalishan had any plan, it was these idiots are gonna get the eye, and then we can take the eye from them. That would be my only thought on it. But
Why does Zalishtan want to fuck with Seagarden?
that's it. I think Zeke wants to fuck with Siege Garden.
I bet
Yeah,
Seagarden
but
isn't
I don't
playing
think-
games with him, but Zeke
But
was.
Zalishtan paid Zeke to help him fuck with Seagarden.
Because he can't work with Seagarden, but he can use Zeke.
Yeah, and I think
He's showing
if
Discord,
Zeke
maybe?
goes
Like-
higher up,
Yeah.
right? Like
Zeke-
if he's in the colonel position, he gets more
Right,
power.
Yeah. If he's, you're right. Zeke would be a more valuable asset as a colonel instead of governor.
Oh, this is so cool.
Mage of Sight, I think, is Zalistan.
So Mage of Sight. Okay, so that wouldn't be
So
illusion.
probably, I wouldn't say illusion. I would think more divination if I was thinking sight.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So
maybe he is some big future predictor and Colin moves 15 moves out kind of thing.
4D chess.
Yeah, real 4D chess moves here. Yeah, I don't know, but I would like to talk to the attendant out here and just ask some questions.
Yes, absolutely.
If we can. Yeah. I'll just while I'm out here, I'll just be, the lady friend are they actively still living here in the manor? While
his lady friend never lived here. She came and went.
Sure. When was the last time she came? Let's say then.
I'd say it's been. When did you wait? Hold on, let me think. When would be an appropriate time? Me as a DM need to think.
Yeah. You think it's timeline wise?
Yeah, when.
It's been like a day since we've entered the city.
Right.
A little over a day.
When there was the dinner was last night.
It
was a big thing there.
I think it's
got here early that morning.
I think it's been a couple of weeks since. No, it's been more than a couple weeks. It's probably been like a month since Parabor. Like when you guys first left Parabor after the dragon. He'll say it's been about a month.
Yeah.
Okay. About a month.
So
Interesting.
she hasn't been
I'm
over.
surprised-
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll continue to be like, and then we didn't clean up her clothes during that time, or are those? If Zeke, no judgment here. If Zeke likes to do certain things in the bedroom.
The master has requested that any belongings of womanly nature were to be left alone.
Yes, of course. That makes sense to me. Gotcha. Tarvik
Can
will wait.
I whisper through the void? I could use my
Yeah, go for it.
inspiration.
Yeah, go ahead.
You don't need to use inspiration, just whisper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he come back at any time in the past day? Like
so
a
Tarvik-
disguised him?
Yeah, Tarvik,
Yeah.
if you ask that, he'll say no. He's been absent.
Okay, good to know. And we think it's been the real Zeke, right? So we can't be like, has he been acting abnormal? What about Zalishtan? Do you want to ask about him?
I feel like if I bring, well, first of all, unless I don't have a reason to bring up Zalistan until Roland comes out and shows me things.
Yeah.
So I probably won't say anything about Zalistan to the random guy.
True.
I will just say, well, was there any? I do need if I can get a piece of Zeke, it would be a little bit easier. Does Zeke have an area where he would maybe brush his teeth or comb his hair or anything like that?
He did so in this room, but he did have a bathroom over there to the wall, and he'll point, he'll kind of come in a little bit to the room and point to the door.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me take a look in there then. I'll open up this door here.
Yep. So you notice there appears to be a wash basin with some cold water at the moment, as well as a black hole that is just on the floor. You'll notice just like a little table with a comb and some pomade and such right here, even though it's not there,
Okay.
but there is a little table. I'll draw a little.
So I guess we'll do the funnier of the two things first. Is it a magic hole or is it just like a random hole as far as you can tell?
It looks like a black hole. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana to see if you notice anything magical about it.
I'm going to use my inspiration
Go for it.
on a roll that is going to fail.
Well, as
At advantage, but yeah.
Alright. Yeah, you notice it does appear to be magical in some nature. There's definitely a black hole, but you look in it and it just seems to be a void of nothingness, and that is very magic-y. It doesn't seem to go anywhere. It is devoid of anything.
Can I like try to like move it and like pick it up or anything, or is it just like stuck to the ground still?
It is just to the ground. Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Does not move.
Weird. Well, consider that later, and I'll just go over to the pomade or whatever and see if I can get like a hair or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that was attached to him physically.
Yes, and you are able to get some hairs. They're easily on a brush/comb.
Yep, I'll grab some of that. And I'll try as I grab that. I'll try to make my way over towards the clothes, I guess. Since I think Gek may be in on this in some way, and see if I can get something similar off of any of those clothes.
Wait, Roland, were you also in that room with Tarvik?
I'm vaguely following Tarvik, and I'm telling him about the weird sex toys I found in the diary.
Yeah, yeah.
To avoid touching.
Yeah. Not
I
sure
don't know
if
what
these
this is
are...
for, but I don't trust it at all.
Yeah, I'm not. I actually. There's like I'm about 80-20 that this is actually what Zeke liked to wear to bed. So
Actually, so Roland, if you were with Tarvik, you are familiar with that kind of void hole, though sometimes you see it on seats in a little bit more elevated positions. This is basically a way for those who have the money and the means to have a wizard cast basically like a black hole of sorts to push away
right?
the poo and the pee.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
Put your poo and pee Dimensional space, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Your house
You-
also has
I mean-
it because you also
Yeah.
have a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So you're familiar
Tarvik would
with
just say, if you tell Tarvik any of that, Tarvik would just be like, all right, so then where does it go?
Extra-dimensional space is a pocket
Like,
dimension between ours and other planes of existence.
we just,
Roland will continue to explain in great detail.
yeah. So like it doesn't go to like the Feywild or anything like that. It just goes to some place in between the other places.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This other place is, I believe specifically it's a
So what's in the other
smaller
place,
pocket
though?
dimension. Just shit MP because it's just a little
Oh,
pocket connected to that one hole.
but
Right?
just not,
Like,
but everybody's or like
no, just that
just
hole. Right?
so like just
Like the
his?
hole was made for that hole. The
Hmm.
pocket was made for that hole specifically.
Oh, okay. Man, if only there was like a portable version of that. That'd be good, I guess.
Well, yeah. No, they had to fix that one to the floor.
If Tarvik could find a way into Zeke's personal toilet dimension, would that help with scrying?
Oh my god.
If I go into the toilet dimension and then I banish myself, do I go back to our plane or where do I go?
Only one way to find out.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm not after seeing Zeke's sex toys. I don't really want to see what's in the toilet as well. So
Might not want to.
no. But do I find any hair or anything other than just the clothing items here?
Go ahead and make an investigation check as you're checking the women's clothes in particular for
Okay.
bodily items.
Should have saved that inspiration.
Ah.
Want me to look? I was looking around, but I had avoided this area.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I'll like very gingerly, without trying to touch anything, Tarvik be poking around
Man,
things.
if you had a black light for this room.
Yeah. Oh man,
Aw, they find it so quick. Oh, gross.
Jack and Pollux, man.
Maybe something nice, like fluffy handcuffs or something, just...
Ooh, very nice investigation. Yeah, so you find a long strand of dark hair that appears to be on the inside of the clothes, kind of stuck into the fibers. From
All
the
right,
women's
well.
clothes.
Well, I think we got what we needed out of this. I almost said, "Do we need to steal anything?" But I just realized, Cassandra's not here, so we can probably just leave, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Oh,
100
we need
gold
to.
in the chest if you want it, but I'm gonna
No.
Raven
I
outside calling, goal, goal.
Tarvik would just say, "Nah, let the dirty pervert keep the money. We'll go from there. We should talk to the general though. I would like a pass for the bridges if it's possible.
That's good.
Uh,
Actually, I had a couple additional questions for the attendant.
Mm-hmm.
oh
Possibly.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
have to
just
step outside.
I'll talk to him. Just curious, has there been any changes in Zeke's personality from, say, a few weeks ago or whatever was the time that we had messaged him to come help us in Parabor versus now?
I'm
we'll
unsure
do
of
that.
the message that you speak of. However, I have noted no change in the master's temperament.
That was pretty sure. Sorry, I didn't actually say. Roland did the math and said the correct number of weeks for that. But the next question was going to be if he had any knowledge of Zeke planning a trip to Parabor or not in about that time.
Do not believe he mentioned anything. I don't recall.
Is there anywhere else in the house that he would have kept correspondence or journals or anything like that can be given to the general to
Yes.
investigate?
He used his office at times. It is over here, and he'll kind of walk over, guiding guys to this door over here, and he will open it up for you guys. You see a relatively small room with a very nice plush red circle carpet. And you see there are bookcases on either side of the room, as well as a desk that faces the window that looks out. On the desk, you see various parchments, as well as ink and quill. And on most of these parchments, you'll see sketches of a womanly figure, undressed, in various positions, all resembling that of Gek. Intermingled very sparsely throughout these little sketches are just invoices and various logistics and budgeting and little notes about things that are happening in the city.
I'll try to find a sketch that's like of her face specifically.
Yeah.
And then I'm
Much as
going
you
to like
could.
ask the attendant, is this the lady friend that visits?
Yes, that is the lady.
She has not visited in a couple months, you said?
In roughly about a month or so, yes. I believe ever since the master became governor.
Did the master live here prior to becoming governor? Or were you with him in a different location?
For the moment that... Hold on, I want to make sure I say this right, because it's important. For the time being that the master was a colonel, we were at the colonel's residence, and we relocated when he became governor to the governor's manor here.
So I'm asking out of game. This is weird then, right? Because she hasn't visited since he became a governor, but her clothes are here.
He brought them with him.
Did he bring the
Yeah.
clothes? Like, is this an actual question to like
I
the weirdness,
think
or is this
The
just like
attendant, whether...
yes? I'm going to ask that to the attendant.
Yeah, he shifts a little uncomfortably and says, yes, the master requested those belongings be moved with him.
Oh my god. Okay, well that makes sense, I suppose.
Oh boy.
Well, at least there wasn't like a body pillow over or something. I mean,
Again, Tarvik goes back to about 80-20% that Zeke at one point wore those outfits. So,
oh
great.
yeah, that's likely. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Honestly, the more I learn about Zeke, the sadder Zeke is. Again,
We
and
gotta save
honestly,
that poor boy.
and honestly, the less I almost want to have him rescued. Honestly, thinking back
Yeah.
about it now and knowing what I did, maybe he just enjoys that. Maybe he is actually having fun where he currently is.
Well, there's no Gek there. Well, potentially
That's
no
true.
Gek there.
Yes.
So he's
So
probably
the
sad.
the toys we found, were they of like a bondage nature or like
Various.
more general? I'm just
Various.
curious.
Bondage.
Various.
Yeah, bondage, pegging, you name it.
Mm.
A variety
again-
of interests.
Again, Tarvik will
And she
continue and
dumps him when he
say,
gets demoted. That poor boy.
"Oh boy." All right. I hate to ask this. I really do. I'd rather not ask this. Did he have a different room other than the bedroom
Like a red room
that
over
we
there.
should see?
Well,
So I think the lead. Sorry, you guys keep going.
the attendant will respond. Well, there is a reserved room, should the master have a lady. However, that room is not used. And there are 2 guest rooms that are also unused when there are no guests. There is the personal library as well, but that is also rarely used.
That does not surprise me about Zeke. Do you need to see the library?
I'm checking this room for like hidden compartments or anything, but otherwise,
Go ahead and make
if
an
the attendant
investigation check. Or was that the 23? I don't know.
No,
Oh,
that was the
from
close.
before. Yeah, go ahead and make another
Right before, yeah.
investigation.
18.
18. You take a look, and it does not appear there's any hidden components or nature to this room.
If the attendant says that they didn't use the library, then I feel like it might be unusual. But I
The
will
most
just ask
frequented room was the master's room.
Is there anything else that you'd like to tell us, or that could lead some insights to his whereabouts, or people he was meeting with, or anything like that?
I am unaware of the master's whereabouts at most times. He likes to keep his ongoings private for the most part. My apologies.
No, no, fair enough. Anything else, Tarvik?
I can't think of anything else. And honestly, I don't. I honestly don't want to look around much more.
Yeah, I agree. It has been a memorable experience. Do you wish to go meet with the general and attempt to scry again?
We can. I can maybe as we're getting closer, it might be worth more time. Though it does seem like he's somewhere in the city. I don't have any. I think I have access to locate person, but I don't have it prepared, I believe.
Okay, so do we definitely want to find something from Zeke recently versus from Zeke a long time ago? Because it sounds like moving houses and stuff, the attendant might be able to find us something that was definitely his before he came here. We still want to do that, or not so much?
I do think that it was the real one, and I think regardless, if we can find if it is a duplicate, finding the duplicate gets us probably close to where Zeke is.
Okay, hairbrush is probably good then.
Yeah, he's gonna be, man, that's gonna be a tough find. 1,000 feet, and I can't get blocked by I can get blocked by a lot of stuff with locate creature. So
No, it would be more like I feel like out of game. I feel like there's a spell that gives you like an orb or something that like gives you a more general like location.
Find the path. Tell us.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
and that's
But you
what
have
I
to
was trying to
know.
look at. That's a level 6 spell, so I don't have that one.
I think we had it for an item. There was an item that gave us find the.
Was there an
a coin
item?
that you
coin.
found right near the
Oh.
entrance exit of Duras that led you to the
Oh.
hag's hut?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
It was
yeah,
a one-time
unfortunately.
thing.
Yeah, I think, and I think the problem with find the path is I don't know if it can be used to find creatures as much as it can locations.
Yeah.
So and I'm not sure
Yeah,
if
it's
I say the location where Zeke is would give it would be enough for it to lead us there.
Yeah, it has to be very
Unless
specific.
I would,
looks
yeah,
like.
I
Yeah.
would rule against
No,
that because it's
but I
so
could,
specific
but I
to
probably
fix.
could say, a torture. Like I could just say, lead us to the spot where necromancers are, and that would lead us to the nearest necromancers.
Well, it says you can't do that for the dragon, so.
It needs to be
The
a
dragon?
specific fixed location based on.
Yeah.
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 Well then,
We
but
need to
I
do
can.
some more
I guess I
legwork.
could do. So
The place
in
where they
theory,
turned, right? Like
in theory, I've seen the location multiple times where Zeke is. So in theory, I could describe that place and it would lead us to the next closest place.
That's correct.
But it would at least, if I described it enough and in enough detail, I could probably get it to a place where I could get like all the way there in theory.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have the spell yet, right?
I know that's still we still need another level before I would
Okay.
even get access to that. So, that's all wishful thinking as we head down the stairs.
Wait, Roland, ask about Zalastin.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
now we
I'll
can.
ask the attendant. Have you ever heard of a individual named Zalistan? And I said that right. Roll if we've got right.
Yeah,
Fancy.
Zalishdan for sure. He says, no, I have not heard of anybody around the governor that is called by that name.
Have you heard the governor refer to anyone by just Zed or some other similar name?
I have not. Apologies.
Okay. If anyone strange comes inquiring at the manor, other than us, I would recommend sending notice to the general.
I will take that recommendation.
Cool. What do you think, Tarvik? You ready?
Yes, I think we can have a conversation with the general and see what more we can learn at least. We'll head down the stairs.
Nice. You will find the general has been around here with these folks. You can see he's been talking to these folks towards the entrance of one of these rooms over here. As you kind of make your way down, he has his arms crossed. He has a serious look on his face, and you see the workers here, who are all in plain clothes other than the soldier here, seem to be kind of answering his questions. It seems like he's kind of asking them questions and they're kind of responding. As you guys come down, he'll look towards you guys, stops his questioning and says, did you find everything that you would be useful for your seance?
Yes, though we may wait some time to see if his nature or room changes a little bit. That would allow us a little bit more knowledge about where he is. We're just not sure where he's at in the city currently, and finding it might be difficult.
So you say you have the capability. Can you do the seance now, and will it help you in greater to get greater information from your seance?
I can do it one more time today, as it's been, let's say, about an hour since the last time that I did this. I would like to wait a little bit of time to hope that I can gain some more information. If you require me to do it right now, I can. But it would be another day before I could do it again.
And what benefit would waiting give us?
The chances are that he's been moved to a different location, something like that. That'd be the only thing that I would have. Certainly seeing the room again might help, but I have not been able to figure out where this room is. Though it appears, again, unless they've been teleported in some way, it's likely that they're somewhere within the city. It's just a question of where.
You can see he looks like he's ruminating and in thought as he takes your words, and he'll just kind of nod slowly as his arms are crossed, and he'll say, understood. I'll leave it to you on when to decide when you think your seance is most potent and most valuable. But I do wish that you will call upon me so that I can be here directly with you to obtain the information as you do.
I can certainly try. Is there someone in particular that I should like say in the message to you? Should I just send a runner along with the message
I will leave a
when it is
guard with
time?
you, and you
Hmm.
may send him to fetch me.
Okay, wonderful. Um, we did have another question. Um, as we've been searching for Zeke, it becomes a little bit difficult at some crossings. Um, we certainly have other means of getting around it, but it is far simpler if we would be allowed to cross certain bridges at certain points.
Certain bridges, certain points. Say it to me straight, son.
I don't want to have to walk all the way around and or part the river every time I need to cross. It's a lot quicker if we can just cross bridges at certain points.
You refer specifically to the royal bridges, wishing for a
Yes.
bridge pass. Our group.
And all right, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh,
I will say this is difficult.
yeah. I'm so good with persuasion though. Don't worry. Don't even fret. Yep, that seems about right.
Oh wow.
Yikes.
Very good. Okay. With a 0, he's gonna say, I understand your desire for convenience. However, those bridges are restricted for safety reasons and for the expediency of those in reigning positions to move about freely. As you said, it is a convenience. However, 99% of the population makes do with the other two bridges, and I respectfully ask that you follow.
Okay.
I hope in the future, should our connection continue, and should you become a more leaned upon ally, perhaps there is an avenue where that would open up for you.
I don't know if that will happen, but sure, I suppose. Uh all right. I guess yeah. Well, we gotta go talk to some children at the orphanage and give them some candy. So, we'll see you later. And I'll walk outside.
Yeah, he'll let you walk past as he continues to discuss with the staff here at the house.
Hmm.
Did he say he's gonna make a guard follow us?
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say, is a guard following us?
You see, like as the door opens, he does like a little hand motion, a sequence of hand motions, and you see the guard that was off in the distance. That was, remember at the beginning I said he was like roughly 30 feet away. He does like a quick stamp down onto the ground with his spear in hand, and he walks up to you guys. He doesn't say anything. He just walks up to you guys.
What's your
Oh,
name, friend?
right.
My name is Telsor.
Well, just as a heads up, if for safety reasons, I put in quotes, air quotes,
Okay.
we need to go to a certain location, uh, we're probably not going. I'm just letting you know.
I have not been assigned to take you to a certain location. I am here
That
simply
that
for
is
when you need me to fetch the colonel. So fetch the general.
yes, wonderful. All right, I guess we're going to the orphanage now.
All right. So we go to you guys at the orphanage before they arrive. There is no orphanage map, so we'll just take this back to Dora. So you guys traverse your way, Rita and Cassandra, and you guys are back at the orphanage. You know that, oh shoot, what is her name? Sorry, I have to find, let's see. Yes, Matron Delanez is the old human who greets you at the tree orphanage when you appear. She opens the door to you guys. You remember her being older, human, very simple clad clothes, has white hair. Oh, hello. Oh yes, it was the friends of the Leodons.
Yes, we're here to interrogate a child.
And see Roland's sister. Is she here?
That is so funny. Rieta, can you make me a persuasion check with like a -5?
Sure. It's still like a +6 or something. So just -5. So
14.
instead of a 19, that's a 14.
Okay. I'm afraid I must have heard you incorrectly. You said you wish to speak to a child?
Yeah, and we have candy.
Yes.
There was a little girl with one eye and one hand.
Oh, yes, you mean Drayla. I do believe she is around here somewhere, probably causing ruckus, she says under her breath. If you'll please wait here in the foyer area, and she kind of ushers you into that like hallway foyer area where you originally saw the children here in the community. She'll ask you to wait a moment as she kind of scurries off to the different rooms, calling for Drayla. Drayla! Drayla, dear! And you hear a few more shouts of her name before you hear footsteps kind of racing down the hall. And you see the matron also kind of catching up to these little footsteps. You hear big footsteps of her following Drayla. Drayla, I am not playing chase with you. Please stop. We have visitors. And as she says that, you see Drayla kind of careen towards you guys, and she kind of puts on her brakes as she kind of squeals. Her feet squeal on the ground as she immediately stops seeing you guys. Her eyes kind of brighten up again as she remembers you guys kind of putting those boys in their places before. And you hear Matron Gelinez kind of catch her breath. Oh, Drayla, please stop running, my dear. These nice folks, I think you met them once before. They are friends of the Leodons. You know Miss Leodon. She's very nice. She comes around here. They said they have candy for you, and they want to ask you a couple of questions, dear. If you can follow me, we can sit over there at the table. And you see the matron walk over off to the side of the foyer area. There is a very large and long table that has not individual seats, but it's kind of like a picnic bench. So you have the little benches that everyone just kind of crams in. You gather that this is where they stuff everyone to have like big family meals together.
Oh, cool.
So there's no one here at this time. It's still morning. It's not mealtime, and so the area is roughly empty. And she ushers you to sit down, and she'll sit down with Drayla on one side, and you guys are left to sit on the other, if you wish.
Hi, Drayla.
Hi.
I have a lollipop for you, and I give her one of the regular lollipops.
These are my favorite. Thank you.
So,
She like immediately goes to open it and just sticks it in her mouth. She's very happy. She's smiling.
like that?
Uh-huh.
I might need help with this really big one, but only
She's
people that can
definitely been
answer.
eyeing it.
Yeah, only people that can answer questions can get access to the big one.
She's just looking at you with her mouth smiling as she's just eating the lollipop.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember in an alley near here meeting with a man in like a gray cloak, a dark cloak, and he was telling you how you were doing such good work, and it's been hard. You said it's been hard. They've been increasing security, and he told you were doing a good job.
Her smile drops as she just has the lollipop in her mouth. She shifts a little uncomfortably, you notice, as she kind of side eyes the matron and looks towards you and takes the lollipop out of her mouth. And again, no longer smiling, she'll say, I don't know what you're talking about.
Can you do the mind thing?
Yes. I was also thinking of just like distracting the I actually already forgot her name.
Matron Gillinas.
The matron. And like maybe the kid will talk to you if you're alone.
Matron, maybe she's a little uncomfortable with your presence.
Oh, nonsense, my dear. We matrons here stay with the children whenever they are with, I don't wish to say unknown persons, but it's for their own safety. As you know, sometimes there are people with malintent.
Sure. But you could you can promise Drayla that she won't get in any trouble here, right?
Depends on what she's done. What this questioning is about. If she's done something illegal, well, there has to be consequences for her actions.
I'm going to go and pull out the Eyes of Charming, and I'm gonna put them on, and I'm just gonna push them up on my nose, and I'm gonna say, well, you know, matron, I would just love a tour of the grounds and to meet everyone else. I think we should do that right now.
Right.
And so this will be a wisdom saving throw against Charm Person, and it's a DC 13.
Alright.
Trust.
And she fails.
Haha.
Alright. So she kind of smiles very softly at you, very warmly and tenderly. She says, oh, my apologies. I should have offered before. Please come, let me take you around. And she gets up and she kind of holds her arm out as if she's going to walk you around and show you very kindly. She kind of pats your arm very warmly.
Yeah. I'll take her arm and I'll like turn around and wink at the kid and and head out with her.
The kid turns after looking at Rieta and the matron leave with her mouth slightly agape towards you, Cassandra. How did she convince the matron to leave? She's so all about rules. That's crazy.
Oh. Rita and I, we're not about the rules. Seems like you're not about the rules either.
Well, I mean, kind of.
Oh?
But, you know, I only do what needs to be done. You can see she's kind of got like a proud little huff about her. She sticks the lollipop back in her mouth. You can see she's definitely loosened up, and she has a bit of like, she's kind of coming off a little cocky now that the matron is gone.
Yeah, there's so much that needs done. What have you done lately?
Oh, you know, just saving people and stuff.
Wow. Like who?
Oh, well, that's a secret. I can't just tell anybody.
Not even for this big lollipop?
You can see she's eyeing it, but she doesn't say anything.
Not even for this gold piece?
Make a persuasion check and add 5 to this.
Okay. Okay. Do I have... Oh, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Ooh, there you go.
$16 plus 5, so 21.
Very nice. She'll look at the candy and look at the gold. Again, not saying anything. And then you're sitting in silence for a little bit. and then she just she basically just shoots up out of her seat, grabs the lollipop, like at least goes for the lollipop, and just hugs it with all her might, and then holds out her hand for the gold piece.
Not until you tell.
You're just like him. Well, I save people by going out and pretending like I need help, and then they come, the bad people, they come and try to, I think the guy said, take advantage of me, and then I take them to a place where there's nobody there, and then he comes and he takes them away, and I save other people, other young kids like me.
Wow, you're so brave. I give her the gold and let her have the lollipop.
Dang.
Now, one last thing. And I'm gonna like take out a piece of paper and a pen and be like, can we draw a map of where you go and drop these people off so I can help too?
I don't drop any people off.
Oh, well, you go to meet the man.
Oh, well, I mean, he told me not to tell anyone, but it's our secret.
Friends.
Okay? You can't tell
Yeah, and
anyone.
I'm not gonna tell anyone. I just want to help.
Okay. And she'll take the pen and she'll basically point. Let me see the map for a second. Let me get a draw so that I can put a little X for you. We'll do a red color. And we'll do freaking. She'll say she. It's in the rogues ward at the very edge.
Got it. Oh, wow.
There's a bunch of stuff kind of stacked against the wall, and then it's really crammed, but there's a little bit of space between the buildings, and nobody really goes there because it's towards the wall, and there's nothing fun over there. There's no people to steal money from and stuff. So he tells me to go over there to meet him sometimes.
Hey, that's so brave. And have any of these people ever touched you?
No.
That's good. You know, that's
Let them
really
touch me. I
dangerous.
run.
Yeah, you
fast.
better run. Yeah, it's really dangerous. Do you ever bring the boys with you or anything?
No.
All by yourself. Wow.
Yeah, I'm awesome.
I'm gonna give her a knife and start showing her how to like protect herself a little bit. Like, all right, so you gotta go for this point and then this point.
Cool. And she's just like doing kid moves, like yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna be like, you only use that if you're in danger, okay? And then you run away. You do a stab and run. Okay?
I'm never in danger. Things are in danger from me.
That's right. But you only hurt bad guys.
Yeah, like those stupid boys.
Well, not all boys.
All boys, they're so stupid. Ugh.
Well, they are stupid, but they don't need to be stabbed.
Make a persuasion check.
They can be really helpful sometimes, too. You can boss them around.
They've never been helpful.
That's supposed to be normal, but...
Yeah, it's fine. Anything else you want to talk to her about?
I'm going to talk about the Raven Queen for a bit. Man, the Raven Queen is just so cool. There's a temple outside of town. Once you get big, you should ask the matron to take you there on a field trip.
Yeah. So, does she fly? Ravens fly, right?
Oh yeah, she can fly, and she can rule all sorts of worlds. She's like commanding multiple dimensions.
Oh, but if she rules the world, then what about the heroes? The heroes won't rule the world.
Oh, well, the heroes are the real workers. She just gives orders, but the heroes make stuff happen. She couldn't do it all herself, you know.
But
Without the heroes.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
The man said the heroes will run the world. That's why
Said
I'm
the
helping.
heroes will run the world. What did the heroes have a name?
He just said to call him one of the heroes. And that there was a bigger hero that he was working for. And that he was gonna rule the world. And they were gonna help him. And then everyone would be safe.
Oh.
Everyone would have a home. And everyone would get candy, just like me. And it would just be the best.
Wow. Oh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to be a hero too, so.
But you don't
Same
wear a
with
black
Rieta.
cloak. You can't be a hero unless you wear a black cloak.
I got one, and I actually do have one in my bag. I'll pull it out and put it on.
You're just
How do I
like
look?
them, cool.
Yeah. I am pretty cool. I think this guy, I don't know. I don't know about this hero. I think I'm better than him.
Well, you gave me bigger candy, so yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Drayla.
Yeah,
I hope you like the candy, and you don't have to share any of it.
I'm not. And her eyes are wide. She's hugging it.
I'll wait for Rita and the matron to come back and just chit chat with Drayla.
Nice. Yeah, the matron, Rita, has been taking
So-
you... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think Rita would like at some point, as soon as like she gets into the back room, Rita's gonna kind of take control of the situation and try to like get all the kids together so that she can play a song for them.
Oh, nice.
And it's not good. It's really not good. It's she just starts like slashing metal, and she just goes, "The necromancers have the eye, so everyone is going to die. The king is too weak to protect, and his justice is really shit. The gods here are all corrupt. This city just really sucks." And then she like just swings her head. She does like the tornado head thing
Yeah.
with her hair just going all around as she like just shreds out a solo, and then she starts like yelling in infernal, and finally just yells, "Hail Asmodeus," and runs out.
Amazing. I love this inspiration because this is so fucking great. You totally do some heavy metal, and you can see Matron Galanez is just like rocking her head to this as well. She's just like, yeah, you go, Rita. The kids get so hyped from this. They are screaming with you. They are jumping on the ground. Some kids are like pounding the ground as well, like pounding the walls to the beat of this, and they're like thrashing their heads. They're just getting out like kid energy. They're psychotic at these young ages. And you're just hyping them up so much, and then you just bounce, and you see Rita just zoom out, Cassandra, and you hear the ruckus of all these kids screaming and yelling and cheering.
Guess that's my cue. Bye, Drayla.
Nice. As you guys leave, you see coming towards you Roland and Tarvik, because they were told to come see you at the orphanage, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Did you guys come?
Yeah, they came. They were
Okay.
shown.
Oh, okay, cool.
We have a guard with us.
Yes, there is a guard.
Hello, fellow heroes.
Hello.
I'm just eyeing the guard.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is
He didn't say anything. He's just standing like maybe 5 feet away from you guys, 10 feet.
I have news, and I very like turn my back so the guard can't see and show the map. We need to go here.
Oh, okay. Do you want us to get rid of the guard?
You can't just say that, Tarvik.
Okay, so this is
why?
Telsor.
His whole goal is just to deliver a message. We can literally at any point just say, "Hey, go deliver the message," and he would leave. Isn't that right, Tesla?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But
You see,
the general will come.
And the
fantastic.
message has to be, we're ready to meet the general, and he should come
For
here.
this scrying.
Yes. Though I suppose if you have another location, I suppose the general probably could be persuaded to.
Oh, maybe he could come be our backup.
Yeah, that's kind of more what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna show. Do you want me to show the guard?
I don't think the guard. Yeah, he can see it. I guess. I don't.
We like the
Can I get
guard.
a read on him? Is he okay?
Telsor's been nice, right?
Make an insight check. Get a general vibe check.
Yeah. Vibe check for Chesler.
Yeah.
Let's see. Insight. 25.
He just seems like he's doing what the general asked, which is literally just be a messenger carry. He has no other goal, no other thoughts other than I need to be a good soldier and follow rules.
Fantastic. That's a perfect person to show a map to.
I'm gonna show him the map and say, "All right, we want the general to meet us here," and I point at the X.
You want me to fetch him now?
I mean, you can go now, I guess. I don't know
slow.
Yeah. From what I've heard, the royal bridges are really only supposed to be used for royal matters. So maybe take the commoner bridges a couple of times.
Oh, gold. Why don't you grab lunch and then go deliver the message?
Actually, yeah. Go to the crossed hammer, and if you see a bartender there, just apropos of nothing, just call him racist. Just see how he reacts.
All right.
I had him 2 gold.
You're gonna make me a persuasion check, but this is at disadvantage.
That's fair. I don't think I'm rolling this, am I?
I can't. I'm handing the gold over. I'm only
Yeah,
on the 2 though,
there you
unless
go.
Rieta wants to help.
That's better than my -1.
Okay. 8.
He's gonna say, okay, and then leave.
Great.
We'll see how that goes.
All right. Well, then we probably need to get moving to this spot
Yeah. Let's go.
because they just meet there. So I'm guessing they probably don't actually the trail doesn't end there. Probably, right?
She
It's
said
been
there's
really
stuff
awkward.
against the wall that's hiding something, and I'm thinking that might be
okay.
an entrance to their lair.
She said
Okay.
there was a bunch
we-
of stuff stacked against each other, and there was a little space between that and the wall of a building, and that it was like a good place to meet unseen. She
There you go.
didn't. She didn't say anything specifically about it hiding an entrance. Just FYI.
Gotcha. Right.
Mhm.
That's Cassandra being
That's Cassandra.
jumping
Yep.
to conclusions.
Assumptions.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
That'd be a really cool
I will
spot
just
for
be
a
like,
lair.
all right then. I guess let's just get going quickly and hope he takes his time.
Yep.
Amazing. I think that is where we will end tonight's session.